anyone who gets scared by a bear in the neighborhood, call Joe Murray.
I happen to trust Joe Murray.
First time.
All right, welcome in 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Got ourselves a full show, of course. That's what's happened now that the Celtics and the Bruins tapped out. They tapped out. And now we're watching the New York Knicks and the Cavs play in a series. And you are worse than them. Think about that. Think about that. Bothers me. We'll get into more of that later on in the show today. We will start a little bit of Red Sox. Yesterday, some people were kind of chirping at me. Joe, stop talking about the Red Sox. They stink. Why are you wasting any time on the Red Sox? Oh, I'm ready to double down today. Ready to do so. Mike Vrabel was talking to a crowd today. And we have the audio for that. We'll let you hear what he had to say later on. And is this AJ Brown thing going to happen or what? Is AJ Brown happening? It's all this talk about Jacksonville and the Chiefs. The hell's going on there? So a lot to get into, and we'll do some in or out musings later on. And I got a nice little would you rather that we can do later on tonight. The phone number 617-779-0985. You can find us on YouTube as well. Just go to youtube.com, search 98.5 The Sports Hub, and you can watch the show live where I read a lot of your chats. So feel free to just sign up, give yourself a nice little screen name. Wow, we're already loaded tonight. We got Bo Sox in there, Jack's in there every single night. Got our buddy Seaside in there as well. And people are ready to go tonight. So let's give our opening take presented by Super Service today. Upgrade your home with an electric heat pump system from Super Service today. Stay cool in the summer and warm all winter and save on energy costs while reducing your carbon footprint. For a free estimate, visit superservicetoday.com. I am doubling down on the Red Sox going to the playoffs this year. Last night, I tried to tell you what Craig Breslow saw this offseason and what he's been good at. And make no doubt about it, he's been good with pitching. Identifying pitching is something that Craig Breslow has done well. Now, there's a lot of duds in there, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that we can say about him that have not worked, and the reason maybe why they are where they are right now. But let's just face it, the pitching is good. And last night, their starter didn't go all the way, but their bullpen was nails. And their bullpen right now is one of the best in baseball. Their starting staff, one of the best in baseball. You know all this. I did all this last night. But tonight, the Red Sox go for the sweep against the Kansas City Royals and one of their former pitchers in Michael Wacha. And this is now a chance to sweep. They've struggled to win series. They've already got this one. But tonight, sweep, day off tomorrow, and then you play the Twins again, who dominated earlier this year. So you need to follow up with a win tonight after last night's 7-run performance. And you're as good as your last game. In order for this sweep to mean anything, you got to take a game against Minnesota. Now, I'm not there yet. And Connolly Early will be on the mound, who's pitched very well in the month of May. And every starter, for that matter, has pitched well in the month of May. But when you really look at it, and Tom Caron posted this out from Nesson, despite the slow start, through 48 games, the Red Sox are just 2 games off last year's pace. And 1 game closer in the wild card. Right now, the Yankees lead the wild card, okay? We know that. The White Sox are in there having a decent season. And the Rangers are 2 games under 500 in a wild card spot. The Blue Jays have the same record as the Red Sox. The Twins, who they'll see this weekend, have 1 more win than the Red Sox. The Mariners have 2 more wins than the Red Sox. Now, this isn't me trying to spin it as positive, but the Red Sox have sucked. They've been like the worst hitting team we've seen in 30 years. Can it get worse than this? I see it going up and to the right. I can't say that about Toronto. I can't say that about Minnesota or the Rangers for that matter. Why not the Red Sox with the pitching staff that they have? And I know last night, that, we'll get into Jarren Duran getting going again. But the playoffs are a real thing for the Red Sox. They're real. Do I think they're a playoff team the way that they're built? No. But the way that the American League is built, how can they not be? They suck, but the whole league sucks. Someone has to be the best of the suck, and I'm betting on the Red Sox to be better than the other sucky teams. Because they throw the gas and not the ass. And yes, they can't hit the baseball. And it's a problem. And they're working on it. And every night, last night it exploded just a little bit. They finally got going last night. It's been like that for a while, but they finally got going. But looking at this wild card spot, this is where they were last year, everybody. This is where they were last year. So, it's been bad. The numbers, those are numbers. They could be flawed, but right now they're facts. And all the people who wanted to tell me about easy schedules and the Patriots and all that stuff, the American League is easy. It's easy. I know right now they're a mediocre team, if that. If that. But the playoffs are real. And until then, I'm going to sit here and talk about it every night that they have a chance. Every single night I will be here telling you that they have a chance to get that wild card. And I'm sure I want a summer. I want to watch baseball in the summer. And I'm not trying to do this. Garrett Crochet could be coming back. Roman Anthony could be coming back. Romy Gonzalez could be coming back. But those are good players. Things should get better. And you know what? Quite frankly, the way that the American League sucks, I'm almost being insulted if they don't get into the playoffs at this point. Their hitting's been so bad. So bad. That they should be able to beat the rest of the suck that is in the American League. We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. I got to look this up again because when you look at I'm looking at the wild card right now. Wild card, as it's been expanded now. The Yankees, 30 wins. White Sox, 25 wins. Rangers, 24 wins under 500. Mariners, Twins, Blue Jays, Red Sox. These are the teams that are worse. Angels, Astros, Royals, who you could sweep tonight, give them 30 losses. The Tigers, and the Baltimore Orioles, who signed Pete Alonso, and you got to get them, and blah, blah, blah. The Red Sox are right there. They're 2.5 games back. They're tied with the Blue Jays, and they play the Twins coming up where they can get right back into the wild card race. They stink. The rest of the league just sucks as well, and I think they're the best of the sucky teams. 617-779-0985. I see you guys on our YouTube chat. I'll read what you guys I'll read what you have said. I know a lot of people don't like the take, but you know what? I stand by it. And again, we'll tell you who is throwing a bullpen today and who could potentially be on their way back. And Jaron Duran had a big night last night. We'll tell you all about that and more. I'm Joe Murray. And don't forget, we'll have our Bally's pick of the night on the other side. You're listening to 98.5, the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
I'm sure he'll get you caught up on everything happening today, Skaz. I missed. What happened today? I feel like there was. I was busy today. I had lots of meetings, and I was unavailable from like noon to now. So I've missed anything that's happened in the world, and I've been curating these takes. And I was just on Nesson a little while ago, and breaking down tonight's potential sweep with Connolly early on the mound. But I'm doubling down. Hear me, everyone. Turn up your radios. The Red Sox are not a good baseball team. They really can't hit. They're really bad with runners in scoring position. They don't really manufacture runs. They're really young and make a lot of mistakes. There's not really a lot of veterans on the team at all. Guys who they've paid to produce haven't. Some of the moves they've made haven't worked. People were crying for Pete Alonso. Oh, spend the money. The Red Sox don't spend the money. Wilson Contreras is better than Pete Alonso. Oh, Bo Bichette, but Wilson Contreras is better than him too. Like, they didn't spend money on the guys that you wanted, the sexy names and the bats and blah. The bats are what they are. It's not good. There's going to be a couple players that come back. It probably still is in a World Series lineup, and I'm sure that's what you all look at. But that pitching, how can you look away from that right now? How can you look away from that pitching and say, man, if they can only hit the baseball, they'd be outstanding? That is what it is. Their starters in May have been unbelievable, and man, last night, how about that bullpen? So I believe in that stuff. I believe in pitching. I believe in that. I also believe they can't hit. But last night, they got going a little bit, right? You see that? They got going, and one of the guys who got going was Jarren Duran. Full disclosure, if somebody called for Jarren Duran tonight, I would send him out. Just because I think they finally have to move on. And I think he could be a big part of what makes them successful as he's batting 189. Went 2 for 3 last night with 3 RBI, hit that home run. The one thing I was impressed with was he had 2 walks. He's got to get going. When he's not right, he makes real bad errors. He had a nice catch last night, too. But I still think Duran has time to figure it out. And when he does, that's when you move him. I'll get into some of the other guys in the lineup, but last night, Wilyer Abreu, 2 for 5 out of the 3 hole. He's batting .294. He's doing what you thought. Wilson Contreras once again last night. 2 for 5, 3 RBI. He's batting .258 and playing some of the best first base we've seen in a long time. Yoshida had a hit. Sogard finally gets brought up and is making contributions with the bunt. And then the hit yesterday. Narvaez had a hit yesterday. Kiner Falefa, 3 hits, and so what? He's back in the lineup tonight. Caleb Durbin, RBI single last night. It's not great every night. When you score 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 7, it's different. It's not good. But when your pitchers go 6 innings or more, generally you win the game. And what happened last night? Ranger Suarez, 4 1/3, and they won. You score first, you win. I think the Red Sox are closer to the playoffs than we all think. They can't hit. I know it. Don't tell me anymore. That some of their moves that they tried to make didn't work, like Caleb Durbin, it hasn't. Do I think that their fringe guys like Sogard and Gasper and even Nate Eaton, for that matter, can be better than what they have? Yes, I do. I do. And I'm trying not to look ahead. I'm trying not to think of Garrett Crochet, who threw off the mound today, who's closer to coming back. I'm not trying to count on Roman Anthony, who's got the bad finger, but will be back at some point. I don't know what the timetable is. I still think the injury is worse than we thought. Maybe worse than he thought. And I think Romy Gonzalez can help out too. So those are 3 additions to this team. They will get better. They can't be this bad. Again, I'll tell you, the suck of the suck. They're the best of the suck. Some other hitters I just wanted to mention quickly. How about Ceddanne Rafaela? In the month of May, he's 19 for 58. Joe Math, that is a .328 batting average. His OPS is 925 right now. But his chase rate has gone down. His pull has gone. All those other stats and things that are out there. He's making strides is what I'm trying to tell you. Last night had 2 hits in the game, batting at the top of the lineup. He's getting better. I think Duran's starting to turn a corner. I think Wilyer Abreu is your 3-hitter right now. I think Wilson Contreras is bringing what he can every single night. Hey, do I think that they look better or I'm more excited because Alex Cora is gone? Maybe. Maybe I am. But I just think it's been so bad. It can only get better. And of the teams that are just as close as they are, I think it makes them a playoff team. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. We've been starting Red Sox because, A, we have the lead-in with the baseball hour with Tony Maz. And the Red Sox have a late start, so figured we'd get into some Sox talk before the Sox. But I do want to get into a ton of Patriot stuff today and some other developing things when it comes to the NBA and the playoffs. But let's go to the phones here. I don't know who this guy is, but you're on the air, buddy.
Boston Bar guy. Hey, Joe, I'm loving listening to you, buddy. You get me excited about the Sox. There's no doubt. And the reason why I'm really calling in, Joe, is I call him Chad Dick Tracy, our new manager. I listened to 2 interviews that he had today on the radio. Unbelievable. I mean, he's a huge upgrade, I think, from Cora. I know Cora's, Major League, he's won some World Series, but I love listening to this guy. And I'm thinking right now, we're out by 2 games. We get the best pitching staff right now in baseball. And we got if Crochet comes back to form, and Roman hopefully, he gets back to his world baseball form, we're going to be dangerous, and I'm all excited about it, Joe. And I love listening to you.
Whoa, hang on, real quick.
Well,
I don't want to go dangerous. All right.
I know you don't want to go dangerous.
I don't want to.
You got me excited. You got me excited because I got my car and I'm driving. I'm listening to you, and I'm saying I'm like going. I agree with Joe. And Joe, there's a lot of times I don't agree with you, but I agree with Joe. And we got the. I didn't realize how great our pitching staff has been. And the thing is, Joe, it's May. Like if we're talking right now, and it's August, and we're still there, but it's May. And I guarantee you, if we do what I think we can do, hopefully Crochet's got to come back solid. If he comes back solid, and Roman, he's a kid. He's 21, 22. But the other guys can score. Durant, if he steps up, gets his head screwed on straight, starts hitting the ball. Tony, we could be dangerous with this. Okay. The starting pitching staff and the bullpen. But, Joe, great job, and we'll talk soon, pal.
All right, thank you. Boston Bar Guy. Now, Skaz, I am not saying dangerous. Like, let's just use like a buffalo wing flavor. Do you want it, do you want buffalo sauce on it? Do you want it light?
You're saying the Red Sox are mild right now.
I am saying that, right now I am a light mild.
Light mild.
Because then there's mild, and then it gets hotter and hotter.
50-50 mild.
No, I'm a little 50-50 no on the mild. I'm just saying that there's a little bit of spice on the bone.
How about get the sweep tonight, and then we can talk, Joe.
Thank you.
Get a sweep.
Speaking of that, going up against a former pitcher that, like Dustin Mays beat him this year.
Other guys, Joe.
But he's been good. They need the sweep tonight. And Connolly Early's on the mound, been a strikeout guy. If he gets you the sweep, you get the day off, and then you go to Fenway to take on the struggling Twins and make up for some of the losses that they were bad against the Twins. It was bad. But I'm just saying, like, they're of all the suck teams, can they be less sucky than the rest?
What a bar.
That's where we're at. The American League is the low bar. Again, light mild right now. Not dangerous, not hot.
Some seasoning, you're saying.
It's not the Reaper hot from Dave's Hot Chicken, all right? Well, I'm a light mild today. of their chances making the playoffs. Now, the other guy wants to go hot.
That guy ate too much for me, Joe.
I am not going that hot on the Buffalo style.
Maybe Nesson should call him. Get him over there.
You really think I'm doing this because of the Nesson thing? Because I don't get paid anymore to do it.
No. I think you want the Red Sox to be good, Joe. I think you're hoping. I think that's what it is. We've talked about hope a lot at night in the past weeks. I think you're falling a little bit into the hope trap, Joe. They do this to us. This is what the Red Sox do. They want you to believe.
I don't want to hope that they get there for anything for me besides having something to talk about. Because we have been here before where it's like, oh boy, what do you do in the summer?
I just think it's the way in which they've lost a lot of these games. Pitching is fine. Pitching is fun. It's great to have good pitching. That's how you win in the playoffs. But their offense has been just so horrible to watch. It downright despicable at times, like embarrassing to the sport of baseball. So I think that's part of it, Joe. If they were, losing some of these games, 7-6 or even 5-4, I think it would be the vibe around the team might be a little different. But when, the whole left side of your infield and outfield, I should say, is batting under 200, it's tough to, get mild about the team, as you would say.
Jaron Duran last night.
All right. He's had a good couple games. Let's see if we can keep it going.
Yeah. Back in there tonight again. No Durbin, though, after a one-hit night.
The little guy.
Took him out of the lineup again.
That's a little wear and tear on those little joints.
Are they trying to get, confidence back in him?
And give him a day off, Well, it's not like you got one tomorrow.
You already had 2 days off. Trying over here. It's hard. They make it really hard. But I think they're the best of the suck. And they have an all-time worst offense. All-time worst. Justin's in Lynn. Justin.
Hey, Joe, it's Justin. I just wanted to say, I think the Red Sox are in good shape. I know this. But I think they can do it, Joe.
Yeah, hope. There we go, Justin. Hope. If Justin thinks they can do it, because sometimes he's upset with his teams. He was very upset about the Bruins at the time. I just saw an update on Johan Oviedo's case.
Oh, boy, he's been cited. I'm just glad to know he's still out there, Joe.
Yeah, our buddy Smitty on baseball.
So he saw him. He physically laid eyes on Johan Oviedo.
Yeah, Red Sox pitcher Johan Oviedo showed his healing is going well. So he's going to begin forearm strengthening exercises.
Oh, there you go. Some forearm strengthening, Joe.
Then hopefully in a couple 2-3 weeks, he's starting to throw. But everything went well with his checkup today.
What a quote that is from Chad Tracy. In a couple 2-3 weeks, he's starting to throw.
In a couple...
That's very Michael Scott of him. Starting a sentence and having no idea where it's going to go. Yeah, a couple 2-3 weeks. He's gonna start throwing. He's just those forearms, Joe. They're important for a pitcher.
Especially when, I don't know how to. What do you do? Like those little grip things like this?
Oh, I'm sure the Red Sox have tons of stuff down there for the forearms. Some good drive line techniques, all that stuff. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Where's the shake weight when you need it, Joe?
Yeah, I need that thing.
Get the shake weight back in
That'll
production.
help him out.
Yeah.
I think upper butt. That would help out.
I'm still taking the under on Johan Oviedo appearances this year, and the line is set at 0.5. So yeah, I'm going to take the under on that.
Well, today the first time I haven't got an update from Tristan Cassis yet.
No, haven't. Wondering where he is still.
I don't know if is he getting mental swings.
Hey, good weather this week. He's getting some tanning in the infield.
Maybe. Yeah. Trevor Story went to Philadelphia for a third opinion.
He can stay there if he wants. That's fine with me.
Wait a second.
It's always good when you're getting a third look, Joe. Not the first, not the second, but a third opinion.
So did he not trust the Red Sox medical staff? Why is he getting a third opinion?
They both told him he stinks, and he just had to get a third opinion.
They're getting his opinion in Philadelphia and waiting on that and what he wants to do. What does that mean? Hernia surgery is No.
It's always good when a professional athlete's looking for a doctor to tell him what he wants to hear.
I had a buddy have one of those.
A third opinion or a sports hernia?
A sports hernia.
Okay.
And let's just say he got a poke where he didn't want it, and, well, it fixed it.
I'd ask you to elaborate, Joe, but I think we're all better off if you don't.
And we do have a female intern with us tonight. But I think she can handle it.
Riley, very mature.
Right. Last name Marchand. So, I mean, she's got to be tough, right?
A French, maybe?
Yep.
Canadian as well. French-Canadian.
French-Canadian. There we go. You know, I mean, I feel like they're a little bit tough if we, make it. But, yes, the sports hernia, right up there. Oof.
Out on that, Joe.
I don't want that either. But, yes, we have our new intern. Her name is Riley. She's going to answer the phone, say hello to her. And she's going to help us with our social. And I'm sure we'll get to know her. We learned about Derek last night a little bit. He doesn't eat salad.
He's from Hanson.
And he's from Hanson.
That's pretty much what I got.
And he's got a lot of family that followed me on LinkedIn.
That's right, yes. The Olsen clan. The Olsen family.
So we'll see what else we have in store tonight. All right, we'll take a quick break. Line up the phone line, 617-779-0985. And on the other side, the New York Knicks are 3 wins away from the NBA Finals. Think about that. We'll get into that coming up on the other side. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Red Sox and Royals are just about to get underway. Michael Wacha versus Connolly Early is your pitching matchup. And that first pitch will be in. Still pissed about the Celtics being out of the playoffs. Just frauds. Mad. I was mad last year when they blew the team up. I was mad last year. And, well, they came back. They were really good during the regular season. I drank the juice. I was believing that Jaylen Brown is taking the next step, and when Jason Tatum comes back, nobody's going to beat them. I even said the NBA needs the Celtics. Oof. What a bad take that was, Joe. Because you think about it, ratings-wise, you want Celtics. You want Celtics-Knicks. You wanted the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, you have to watch the Cleveland Cavaliers with a washed-up James Harden. I shouldn't call him washed up, but how did he do last night, guys? Did you see James Harden in Game 1 of a Eastern Conference Finals last night?
Yeah, I think I blame Kenny Atkinson more than James Harden, but yeah, certainly not a great James Harden performance.
You're right. Harden is the whipping boy.
Yeah, Kenny Atkinson is the one that should be taking most of the blame today.
You're right, and we'll get to it in a second. But this is what James Harden is now. When it was Game 6, he's going to choke again, and he actually had a bad Game 7. They won, though. Last night, Game 1, he hit a big shot, actually, at the end of the game, right? Right before overtime. So what was the story? They were up big. Was it a 22-11?
It was like a 23-1 run or something like that the Knicks went on in the fourth quarter. I saw Grandy tweeted out, as he usually does, the win probability with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. The Cleveland Cavaliers had a 99.9% win probability.
Wow.
So I would say that's pretty high. That's a big number.
I would say that's very high.
They were up 93-71 and had possession with 7:49 left in the fourth quarter.
And lost by 9 points.
In overtime.
Jeez. You know what I wanted to say about the Cavs? They got 10 points from Wade. Jared Allen gave him 10. Mobley gave him 15. Harden gave Mitchell at 29. They even got 12 from Merrill off their bench. Strus gave him 8. But do they need somebody else? Is that what it is? Was it their defense? Because when I look at New York, right? New York's bench wasn't great, but Landry Shamet played pretty well. He was a part of that run they had. But Brunson had 38. Bridges had 18. Towns went 13-13. The reason why I'm talking about this is, do I think the New York Knicks were better than the Celtics this year? I'll probably say yeah. I don't feel
they
great.
were.
I don't feel
they were
great.
much better.
I don't feel great about saying it because it is. I shouldn't say probably. It's true. The New York Knicks were better than the Celtics.
How could you even argue it at this point?
And watching the Cavs, they would have been a problem too. But this is tough to watch for me. This is hard. The Wemby Thunder, give it to me all day. I'll watch that thing. They could play 20 games. I'd watch every night.
Joe, how often do we stay and watch a game after the show is over?
When it's 11 o'clock, we're out.
Taillights, as they would say.
We're out of the garage by 11:03.
We were huddled around like it was the moon landing or something, watching Wemby and SGA battle the other night.
You're right.
Like all of us stayed. And we waited. It went to overtime and then we left.
And a lot of other people did too.
Yes. No.
This was
appointment television.
The future face of the game, if not current face of the game, who we'll see again tonight, by the way, right? Just about 20 minutes or so.
I'm going to look if he's just tall tonight. I'm going to be on the lookout for that, how tall he looks. I heard this week some takes that he's tall, and that's why he's good.
Well, I think he's good because he takes the air out of the ball. Like when you shoot a ball, he just takes it and just, and then they get a new ball and play offense. It's like he's more than the human eraser. on defense. Dude, have you ever seen him play man ball defense? He doesn't have to really bend his knees.
He's an alien, Joe.
But like, he does the ball man, like, ball man. He does the shooting in your right hand and your hand in your face. Yes, he's something we've never seen before. So is the Knicks Cavs series the JV game? Is it the JV series? Because I'm trying. I talked to Grandy about this. Those teams are going to beat the crap out of each other. I wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder come back and win tonight. Like, it's going 6 or 7. Are the Cavs a speed bump on the way to the New York Knicks going to the finals?
I think after last night, it's hard not to feel that way. Cleveland needed to win that game. They needed that one. And to blow it in the fashion they blew it, I don't see that team recovering from that.
Like, if the Knicks go to the finals, can they win the championship?
If San Antonio and OKC goes 7, I think they have a shot, but I heavily lean that whoever comes out of the West is winning the NBA title.
Okay. We have calls. I want to get to them, but I would like to play Would You Rather Wednesday with you.
Throwback, Joe.
Would you rather the New York Knicks win the championship or the Montreal Canadiens?
The Knicks. I don't want a Canadian team to win the cup. They haven't won since in my lifetime, Joe. I like that. And I think the New York Knicks winning would motivate your Boston Celtics. As Red Sox fans used to have to root for the Yankees to be good to motivate Red Sox ownership. How does Brad Stevens and, Joe Mazzulla sell that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are the best duo in the East and, they've done everything right if the New York Knicks are winning titles for the first time in 50 years?
That's why I want the Canadians. That's why.
I'll never want the Canadians to win anything.
Wow, that's a real homer take.
I mean, I just said I want the Knicks to win over them.
Well, that's true. So you want the Celtics to be so good that you would take a Knicks championship instead of Montreal, the Canadians, winning Stanley Cup for Canada?
I think there is a better chance of a Knicks title motivating Celtics ownership than a Montreal title motivating Bruins ownership. I think Bruins ownership is certainly motivated. They've spent money, and I think Celtics ownership is too, but I'm wondering about the new ownership and how motivated they are. So I think what would put more pressure on Celtics ownership than a New York Knicks title? I think the Bruins are for the most part, trending in the right direction. I don't love the Goldie contract, and I think they need guys that can actually score and maybe a captain. But other than that, I'm pretty optimistic.
Okay. See that, Riley? That's a segment that we can cut and post. Would you rather the New York Knicks win a championship or the Montreal Canadiens? And we'll take that. 617-779-0985. Street Team Joe's on the line. Hello, Street Team Joe.
What's up, Joe? I'm here with my dad. We just got done at O'Hara's and Needham, had some good pizza, and figured I'd call in and weigh in on some NBA stuff.
Hey, Joe, do you think that you could eat pizza every day?
I think I easily could do that and not be sick of it for maybe 2 or 3 years.
Can you share the story about you and your dad watching Wemby replays?
Yes. So, Joe, you and I and Skaz and who was it, Derek? Or no, was Dawson? We watched that first Spurs OKC game, and we started to go to overtime. I flew home from the sports hub. We left, maybe 11:10. I got home in it's normally like a 40-minute drive. I got home in 30, and I made it back for the second overtime. And, Joe, I think I told you this in Skaz in our chat, but the last 2 minutes of the second overtime, I think, is the best individual performance I've seen on both ends in my entire life. Maybe 2018 LeBron on the Heat. But I literally think it was the best basketball I've ever seen. And so my dad and I then rewatched it on the second overtime just because we were in awe of, we've never seen anything like this in our entire lives.
He's very good. Well, maybe.
Do you think, Joe, that was, one of the best individual performances on both ends? like the block, like oh my, and then going down and dunking on Chet, like oh my God.
Yes, Joe, I haven't seen a performance like that since Shaq.
Yeah, since Shaq. Yeah,
And it was better than Shaq.
Yeah, and in that three, Joe, at the end of the first, so like, how do you go from the balls that he has to take that 30-foot three, and then the next possession come down, block the best player on the other team, and then come down again and dunk on Chet? Like, we may be witnessing a guy who could enter the GOAT conversation relatively quickly if you can.
All right, well, hold on. They got to win tonight, and they got 3 more wins. So pump the
Getting ahead of myself, Joe.
Yeah. All right, we'll tell the old...
Skaz's take on the Knicks is bad. If the Knicks ever won a championship, I would never show up to the Sports Hub again, and you would never hear from me.
Should we hold him to that?
If the Knicks win, Joe, I am no longer a Celtics fan. That's an epic failure.
Will you retire or just won't be a Celtics fan?
I will retire, and I will no longer watch the NBA if the Knicks win.
All right, you heard it here first. Thanks, Joe.
All right, see you, Joe.
Yeah. Nobody wants the Knicks to win, bro. I would rather Montreal. I really would.
I'm out on the French. I'm sorry to Riley here, but I like Martin St. Louis as well, but I just
Martin St. Louis.
The Canadians are a young, exciting team, Joe.
All right,
I don't think we have to worry about either of those things happening, though. I'll be honest with you.
Hey, listen, we got. I've heard somewhere. I can't remember. We have a show to do today. Is that what I've heard before? I have a show to do today.
Every day.
Every day. You got a show to do.
Couple of them.
Yeah, I did this earlier. It was great. I did another one earlier that I think will be great that we'll do later here. But why don't we take a break this hour of the Sports Hub? That's what I do, Skaz. Is that's why I work there. I get all my takes out on Nesson, and if they're good, I'll bring them back over to the radio. This hour of the Sports Hub is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 15% of an extra round oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray, and what's the deal with AJ Brown? We'll find out next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe.
though. Despite a double play. Headlines brought to you by Super Service Today. Upgrade your home with electric heat pump system from Super Service Today. Stay cool this summer, warm all winter, and save on energy costs, reducing your carbon footprint. For a free estimate, visit superservicetoday.com. I'm Joe Murray.
Listen to it, laugh at it, get mad at it, agree with it, argue about it. It is Boston Sports. Boston Sports. And it is all we do. 98.5, the Sports Hub.
And let's look at the leverage points here. You talked about how he's got to create leverage. His greatest leverage is what you said, which is I don't have to trade him. If I don't get what I want, I'll just hold him into June and July, August if I need to, September. We can put him on the field. The leverage for a team like the Patriots is, well, if we're the only bidder, you're ultimately going to have to offer the best we've got unless there's somebody else laying in the weeds, Mike. You mentioned the Rams in there. That got far enough down the line that they told Davante Adams, hey, we might trade for AJ Brown and trade you away. Could they still re-engage? Is there some other team that you could envision getting involved on AJ?
Yeah, that was really close. It was closer than it got with the Patriots. That was really close. And there was one point where overnight it sort of died. And it was like late one night, this could be going down by the next morning. You know what? There's too many moving parts here. They could come back in at this point and say, look where we are. Look at this team that we've assembled this offseason here, and can only add to it. And, we're willing to kind of sort of go for it here. And maybe that's part of the whole exchange. Do the Eagles eat some money here to help facilitate that? Can Howie do that and say, okay, well, this is how we're going to get our first round in return? Maybe put some of the financial burden on us. There's a lot of ways that it can go. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams reemerge.
Should we do that now, or should we do it next?
No, it's Red Sox related. We can get to it later.
All right. We're going to put you on the air later. How about that?
She can't hear you. I
know.
Yeah.
Just tell her what I said. This is the number one rule. The number one rule, I'm going to tell every intern this. Number one rule is you got to bring headphones.
And she knows. She knows now.
I heard that.
There are headphones in here she can use, though.
No, I know. I'm just saying that for anybody that's out there ever in your life, if you're going to intern, this isn't a knock on these two because they're great. Be prepared. Bring your headphones. The reason, even earbuds. You just never know when they're going to put you in that studio. You just never know. But there's a lot of smiling going on back there, and I'm in here, they're back there, and I don't know what's going on. You guys laughing about AJ Brown and where he's going to go?
No, it was Jaron Duran related. Might have a big fan back here, Joe. Well, at least he's got one, I guess.
He does have one fan. I need a one fan. Do a Drake song for Jaron Duran.
You did a couple last night.
I was last night. Yes. I got to post that, actually.
Oh, it's done?
Well, I asked Joe if he could give me a better copy of the... But yes, for those that want to look, our social last night was, since the new Drake song, a new album, 3 albums are out, what is your favorite Drake song of all time? And, well, I gave mine.
You not only gave it, Joe, you sang it.
I did sing it. You're right. I did sing it. What's the latest with AJ Brown? That guy that you just had on there, James Palmer, was like, "Oh, watch out for the Chiefs and the Why would the Jaguars trade for AJ Brown? Why? Someone tell me why. Why does that make any sense at all? Because they got Joey Gladstone back there?
Maybe they're moving on from Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas for AJ Brown in the pick? And is that a better package than what the Patriots can offer?
I would rather have Brian Thomas than AJ Brown.
You mean as a Patriot?
Just on whatever team I was, I would rather have Brian Thomas than AJ Brown.
Oh, yeah, me too. So that's what that is? Now, are they going to eat the $43 million of dead cap before June 1st? Is that also a part of that? Because that $43 million is a lot of money. I think after June 1st, the Eagles owe 16 and a quarter. So I'm sure that $43 million means a lot to somebody. So maybe it is the Jaguars. Maybe they feel that, you still got to pay the money. Now, the Chiefs make some sense to me. They could get a star receiver. What happened to Riche Rice? What did he do? He smoked weed while he was on probation? Bad move, bro.
Lay off the weed.
I have no problem with the weed. You're on probation. Smoke all you want, just not while you're on probation. That's dumb. To me, that's fireable. I know they're not going to cut him, but that is stupid. On probation. You see a
Stay off the weed.
Please. Especially when you're on probation. Come on.
It seems like kind of a given, right?
Hey, you're on probation. I know people out there have been on probation.
Of course.
And they know after 60 days or whatever it is that they give you that continue without a finding or whatever, you do nothing, you're good. You get in trouble. I had a buddy who had a probation thing, got in trouble for something else, and went to jail for that. Stay off the weed when you're on probation, please. But anyways, Riche Rice now. It's going to miss some time, going to miss camp. Wouldn't it make sense now for the Chiefs to say, hey, we did give up a first-round pick for Trent McDuffie. They sent that to the Rams. So would they be in on potentially AJ Brown? I just don't see it happening.
Can I give you something else on Rashee Rice, too, that Schefter had today? Mm-hmm. Rashee Rice had surgery last week. The report from Schefter was that if he knew he was going to jail, which means if he knew he wasn't going to smoke pot, I guess, he wouldn't have had surgery last week. So now the Chiefs' top wide receiver is not only in jail for the next 30 days, he's doing probably the most important part of his rehab process.
In jail?
In jail.
What the hell is that?
So I think that's kind of an underreported part of the story is he's coming out of surgery a week ago. I would say jail is not the ideal spot for recovery for, sports surgeries, but I'm not an expert.
Is there an expert? Maybe Josh Gordon. Well, at least, see, Josh Gordon nowadays, imagine what Josh Gordon could have done nowadays, man. Man. Anyways, Adam Schefter also said today he is confident the Patriots will acquire AJ Brown and doesn't view the Rams or Jaguars as serious threats. Quote, there may be some teams that check in. That wouldn't surprise me. And again, there's nothing that's finalized. I still think he'll be sent to New England. It's still what I believe, no matter what anybody else says. The Rams aren't happening. They had their chance. They decided to move on. Again, I guess they could always come back in, but I don't expect that to be the case based on what I know. I don't expect Jacksonville to make a case. I don't know who's reporting this. So, source war. I'll stick to my guns. I haven't wavered one bit. About 6 weeks, obviously. I went back and forth with this early on, trying to figure out what they would do, but I think I've been pretty steadfast all along the last 6 weeks in saying I believe he's going to get traded, and I believe he's going to get traded to New England. That was on 97.5 The Fanatic, which is a partner of Beasley Media. And 98.5 The Sports Hub, who I believe, yes, they are, I think, the home of the... So, I got one for you. And we can get into this one as well. I'll tease this one for later. AJ Brown or Jaylen Brown? We'll do a little bit of that coming up later. But on the other side, I have a take on Drake May. I officially have formed a take regarding Drake May and what he will do this season. And I will share that coming up next. Again, if you want to jump aboard, 617-779-0985. You can also find us on YouTube as well. I see you guys in there. Joe, are you ready for the story tonight? What does that mean? Is this guy thinking about a guy named... I don't know. There's a lot of people in there. Some guy said he's calling in next commercial break. Do it. We're here until 11 o'clock tonight. I'll talk to you then.
More Joe Murray.
Dum-bum. What are people? Riley, the Duran fan intern, Welcome, someone said. Spelling Riley wrong. But thank you, Jeff, for listening. All right, I have a take that I would like to give. Skaz, if you would like to take shame it or take approve it, you are more than welcome to do so. I see Jake back there as well. Is this Jake's last day of the week? I assume it is, right?
No, Jake will be back tomorrow.
Oh, on a Thursday?
Yes.
What are you doing here on a Thursday?
He's working, hard man.
Wow, that's a big thumbs up back there. All right, then. Well, maybe we'll put you to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I would imagine that's what he'll be doing.
We can do that. Sounds like we're going to have a full house.
Yes, Joe. An extended full house tomorrow night from what I'm hearing.
So, Drake May is going to have a monster season this year.
Is he? Is that with or without AJ Brown?
With.
If they don't get AJ Brown, Joe,
Yep.
are people going to say if Drake May doesn't have a great season that's going to be one of the built-in excuses there?
There's no more built-in excuses.
I'm just trying to, get everything cleared up.
Yep. So the take is Drake May should have a better season this year than he had last year. Drake May should be when they give the tiers. I don't know if you saw Cowherd gave his top tiers of quarterbacks in the NFL.
I somehow missed that.
He has Drake May at 8. I'm not saying 8's bad. Because, I don't know, would you always just say Mahomes and Stafford and those guys are the top tier?
Yes.
But I know Mahomes is probably just because of the injury, maybe. But because of the history and how many he's won and come back. And is Joe Burrow and the other guys, Josh Allen, is that tier 2?
Sure.
So does that mean that Drake May's tier 3?
If we're doing tiers, Joe, he's tier 2, tier 3.
Okay, tier 2 or 3. So he's between 5 and 10.
Sure.
5 and 10. He's going into the top 3 this year.
Well, remind me, where did he finish the MVP last year?
That would be second. He was one or two first place votes off.
So if he's going to have a better season this year, you're saying Drake May will be the MVP of the league next year? You like that one, Joe?
It's not the take.
I that's how I heard it, Joe.
I think this year Drake May should use being slighted as motivation. Slighted from the MVP. Slighted because of an easy schedule. Slighted because he had a bad playoff. Slighted because he looked like crap in the Super Bowl. Slighted because of the injury that he had and he couldn't perform. Taking the extra mile as a leader on the football field. I think Drake May is going to have I think Drake May is going to run better this year. He's going to protect himself better. He'll be protected better this year. And I'm using being slighted, Skaz, as the take. Think about that. Drake May. Oh, the schedule is so weak. That's why he wasn't that good. Isn't that why he didn't get the first place votes? Isn't that why Matt Stafford got all those votes? Isn't that what we had people on this radio station who are experts who cover other teams said that Matt Stafford's going to get it as he just had a toughest schedule and did more around the goal line and all that crap. The whole easy schedule thing is why Drake May didn't win the MVP. That's a fact. I'm sticking with it. And the fact that they're playing the toughest schedule the first 4 weeks of the season since 1986, they're already talking today about how they want revenge opening night from the Super Bowl. They're already talking. I know it was Brendan Schooler and Marcus Jones and a couple other guys. I want Drake May to break out because of his out of slight. He should be motivated off a Super Bowl loss and a bad performance. So, to answer your question about the MVP, Skaz, just like I think about their win total, I don't think the Patriots win 14 games this year. I think they'll win less games but be a better football team. Just like I think Drake May will have a better season than he did a year ago, but it doesn't mean he's the MVP of the league. Will he be in the conversation? Absolutely. I'm not going to go on a limb and say Drake May MVP. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to tell you, he's going to have a better season than he did a year ago. And people aren't going to say, yeah, but what did he do in the playoffs? And look at the No. Drake May is going to continue to be up and to the right. Plus, he's going to have a better running game. They got fullbacks now and multiple tight ends. I mean, hell, they got more linemen now. The expectation should be that Drake May's better. And here's one more take. Drake May, if you go back to his high school, he has never had the same offensive coordinator in back-to-back seasons. High school, college, NFL. Never. He said, this is the first time. And listen, here I am, Skaz, praising Josh McDaniels. I am praising Josh. Yes, the guy who could be the next head coach of the New England Patriots if something doesn't come out on Mike Vrabel that I fear for. Him and Drake May together back-to-back years is a good thing. Drake May should feel slighted. Drake May should be protected. They should be able to run the ball more, and he should be even more lethal in the running game because of the fact of the play action and the way that they're now built. They're built to protect Drake May, but they're also built to score and drive and have successful drives with Drake May. And last year, Drake May, if you think about the biggest plays of the season for Drake May, how about the throw against the Baltimore Ravens on the road trailing? How about in the playoffs, Kayshon Boutte in the snow? How about third down in Denver to clinch a Super Bowl spot? Calls his own number and runs for the first down. Drake May has it up here. And for those on the radio, I'm pointing to my brain. Drake May's got it in his head. And he was an excellent athlete last year, but the numbers did go down in the playoffs. I think it was because of injury. He also faced some of the best defenses in football with the Texans and the Broncos. I think he should use everything from the loss of the Super Bowl to the injury to not getting MVP to the schedule talk. Use all those slights and come out swinging this year. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. What do you think, Skaz? Go ahead. Crap on it. Go ahead.
I mean, I just had to hear Joe Murray sing the praises of Josh McDaniels repeatedly.
Back-to-back years. Drake May's never had it. He had Alex Van Pelt.
Punt.
Yep.
So who's it more about, Joe? Josh McDaniels or Drake May?
Drake May. Drake May was good when Jacoby Brissett was starting. Drake May was good with Alex Van Pelt. He was good, right? Was he good? Was he good?
He was good.
No, what his problem was is he would just, someone's down there because he was getting killed. And then he got the concussion from running, all that. Drake May was, I was there. Ken, maybe we'll send Riley, I don't know, and Derek maybe to camp one day. You'll be here this summer. Okay, you might get that opportunity. I go one day, Riley, I go. And I look at the quarterbacks, and I said, Jacoby Brissett looked fat, was my take. And I thought that Drake May was better. And I think Drake May's been better since day one. Yet they had to sit him a couple of weeks. Drake May's going to have a better season this year than next. Mark it down.
MVP, that's what I'm hearing.
You know what? Fine. Let's do it. I'm not being a homer by any means. You know what it is more? I want him to feel slighted. I don't know if he's built like that. I don't know.
That's what you're hoping for.
I don't know if he's built like that. I don't. But imagine you had such an easy playoff. Like not giving him any credit for anything. The schedule was so easy. The schedule was so easy. Like I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it. The schedule was easy, everybody. The schedule was easy. It's going to be harder this year, and I think Drake May is going to be better. Let's talk to Luke. He's in Medfield. Hi, Luke.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I agree. I think, the schedule was easy, definitely. But, I mean, that's it. Yeah, we get it. We were given the schedule, and we won our games. So, but that's not really why I'm here. I wanted to bring in my thoughts on AJ Brown. I just flat out don't want him. I don't think he's worth our time.
Why?
Well, if memory recalls from their playoff run, I think they played the 49ers. He was the reason they lost. He had 3 wide open throws, 3 wide open catches, timely catches that he just refused to catch, just flat out dropped. So that's my biggest reason. And the second reason is, what's his cap hit going to be? $40 million?
Nope.
No.
No.
What's his contract now on the Eagles?
It's not $40 million.
I mean, it's got to be close to 30.
I will give you that contract if you'd like.
32.
He's going to make $32 million.
I mean, why not bring back Stephon Diggs? I would rather pay Stephon Diggs 28, because what? He was paid 27 last year. Bring him back on a $28 million deal. And, I think his results and A.J. Brown's results in this upcoming season, if they were, interchangeable on that Patriots roster, would be pretty similar.
The cap hit for A.J. Brown next year is $23 million.
23?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a little bit more doable, but...
so now that changes everything?
Not particularly.
How much did Steph Diggs make in a one-year deal last year?
I believe it was 26.9.
So you would rather Steph Diggs than A.J. Brown?
Yeah, on a 48% snap share, 1,000 yards, and what? He had 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns? I don't know the exact figures, but, he was under 50% of snaps. He played under 50% of the offensive snaps and was still a 1,000-yard receiver.
Did you watch the Eagles?
Coming off an ACL tear, mind you.
Hey, I like Steph Diggs. I think he can play with A.J. Brown. But did you watch the Eagles? You watched them?
Not religiously, not like the Pats, but
what do you think their offensive game plan is?
Obviously it's QB reads and Saquon Barkley. That's first, and then when that's not working, you give it to AJ Brown and Devonta Smith.
So they're a run-first team. AJ Brown played all that low percentage that you're talking about of snaps, and still had 1,000 yards.
I was talking about Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but so did Brown, right?
I'm not totally sure about that. I'm not a Eagles fan like that, but
so I mean this in the nicest way, but are you a hater of AJ Brown?
No, I just think that we're talking about a guy who's slightly past his prime and did not show up for his team, his current team, in the playoffs when they need him most.
Who's more past their prime, Stephon Diggs or AJ Brown?
Stephon Diggs, but AJ Brown did not. He didn't play well in the playoffs. He did not help his team. I thought Stephon Diggs
did he help his team the year before that?
Yeah, but that's apples and oranges.
Wait, whoa, no, it's not.
It could be.
Well, they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, sure, but they didn't win a Super Bowl.
Hang on. They won a Super Bowl with A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley.
I would say Saquon Barkley was more impactful to that team, no?
That's my whole point.
Okay, continue.
They have a run-first team where their wide receiver, last year, the year that you are speaking of, he played 15 games, okay? Not 18, not 17. He had 100. He had on 121 targets. He had 78 catches and 1,000 yards.
Okay, pretty solid.
And you don't want that.
I mean, I guess another point of emphasis is what do you guys think about his attitude in the locker room? Do you think that would be a positive attitude under Mike Vrabel's tenure?
I have no issues with his attitude.
Okay, fair.
What else?
All right. I mean, I don't have much more here, but those are my thoughts.
So just
I guess I was
just real
debunked.
Quick. You were debunked. Okay. Well, listen. All right. So AJ Brown has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in the league. How many years do you think he went over 1,000 yards?
You said 7 years in the NFL?
8 years in the NFL. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 7 years in the NFL.
I'm going to say, I'm going to go with 6.
Yeah, 7 out of 8 years he's had 1,000 yards receiving. Sorry, 7 out of 7. 6 out of 7 years. But in 7 out of 7 years, he had 850 yards or more.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that at this current point in time with our roster, if we're comparing, I just think that getting Stephon Diggs back on another 1-year contract probably worth less. Like a prove it deal again, because I'm pretty sure there's talks of him going to the Chiefs or the Commanders on a $10 million prove it deal. I just think that would fit the roster so much better because there's not as much there's not as high of a cap hit.
Thanks, Luke.
And we know he's compatible with Drake May, and that frees up.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Luke. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. Thank you.
I blame you for that, Joe.
Yeah. Yep. Did you get all that, though?
No, I didn't.
I can't. I don't know how. Seriously, I give him credit. I don't want to crap on the kid. What other basically argument can you make to not get AJ Brown? Besides money and his knees. Give me something else.
Why does no one else want him? Why does nobody else want AJ Brown?
That's a good one.
If you want to do the Patriots or, why they shouldn't get AJ Brown, go there.
Well, I just read into what Schefter said. The Jags were interested, but they're not. The Rams chose Trent McDuffie. That's what they chose. They chose, but defense. Don't you think they should go defense though?
Yes.
And they got Puka Nacua in that little the refrigerator. They've locked him in.
Let's hope so.
But that's what I'm trying to say. And McVay's probably, we'll find out. This is what we can keep track of too with McVay, right? McVay has Puka Nacua in hiding, so he can be ready for the season. So they bet on defense over getting AJ Brown. The Chiefs are in it, but teams are going to have to make a lot of salary cap stuff for this. And I shouldn't even bring up the cap. Getting AJ Brown is a complicated situation. And the Patriots have the coach that knows him and the players like Kevin Byard and those guys who know him. This is where he wants to go. Derek's in the car, Derek.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, Luke kind of just said the call before that he was debunked, but I was basically going to say that we should absolutely get A.J. Brown over Stephon Diggs returning. One, he's younger. The cap hit is less. And also, I feel like he's more explosive at this point in the career, and he has the relationship with Mike Vrabel already. So why wouldn't we go with him over bringing back Stephon Diggs, who has been an off-the-field issue, since he got to New England? Yeah. And that's all. I'll hang up and listen.
And just real quick, Derek, and thanks, Derek. I would actually want both.
Well, if in a perfect world, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Patriots are going to spend it. So it's like you take one or the other. I would go with the younger guy that has a relationship with Vrabel, doesn't have the off the field issues like Diggs does, even though he's been cleared of all charges. Just want to throw that out there. But you know what I mean. He's younger. He has a relationship. So that's all. And then even Luke said in his last call, I think I was debunked because you grilled him on it. So, that's all.
No, and again, there are some questions. Why isn't anybody else? I think it's about money and maybe fit. But at least teams have called. Dennis in Hyde Park.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good, brother, good. Hey, Joe, you know what concerns me right now? I'm not knocking Drake May. I think he's pretty good. But in that playoff game, you remember when he said to McDaniels, this is hard? Remember that?
Yes, that was, yes.
That concerns me. Like, I'm wondering where his mindset was when he said something like that. He's a 23-year-old kid, 24, so he's playing in some cold, nasty weather, but you're not going to be there all day. I don't. Where was his mindset when he says this is hard?
Maybe his shoulder hurt, and it was hard to play with a bad shoulder.
Is that what he's talking about?
I don't know that, but I'm giving you an answer.
Yeah, doesn't that concern you? Like, where's
I am not concerned.
Where's his toughness, though? What are you whining for? This is hard. This is football. It's supposed to be hard, right?
Yeah, so that's what he was saying.
Yeah, but you don't say that during the game.
Why?
You know what I mean? You say that after the game. You don't sit there with the game coming down to that amount of time and say, this is hard. You say, let's go get him or whatever. No?
Hey, what do you do for work, Dennis?
I'm a retired Boston firefighter.
Okay, all right. Have you ever had to go up in the tree and get a cat?
No, actually, no.
All right, I'm kidding. But all right. Let me
but you say, listen, I know what you're saying.
Let me find another. I go to work every day, dude. Some nights in the summertime when we have nothing to talk about, I might say to Skaz, boy, this is hard, man.
No, but Joe, we might say that was a hard fire, but that's afterwards when we're sitting back at the firehouse and we're going over it. And it just concerned me, like, where was your mind? Like, win the game. I don't know.
What firehouse? Were you Hyde Park Firehouse?
Oh, yeah, Boston, yeah.
Which one?
Yeah,
which one? I'm from Hyde Park, so which one?
I know you are. I think you know my brother, by the way.
Who's your brother?
Father Chris. You know Father Chris?
Father?
Yeah, the priest. Don't you know him?
The priest, yeah. I went to
He's
Catholic.
My brother.
Oh, that's your
He's
buddy?
my brother.
Oh,
He's my brother.
Wait, it's your brother?
Yeah, brother.
Whoa. I always tell tales about going to Catholic school.
Right.
He was one of the priests.
Right.
Oh, boy.
No, he wasn't one of your priests. He's too young. Where?
Wait, I went to Sacred Heart.
No, he wasn't there. He's in Hanover now.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I thought, don't you go there once in a while? Hanover?
No, that might be Beetle.
I thought he said he knew you. Maybe
no,
I'm
but
wrong.
I know who he is. All right. Were you Clary Square?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Born and raised.
Good for you.
Yeah.
All right,
We
Dennis.
probably know the same people, I'm sure. You know?
Maybe we'll get Ron some night.
But, Joe, you think it was a shoulder. Maybe a shoulder I can get it, but I just, that bugs me that he did that McDaniels, this is hard. Like,
Todd.
Well, I don't know. That's all.
All right, Dennis. Appreciate your service, sir. Thank you.
Okay, brother.
Thank you. Gonna have to put out a lot of fires tonight here. People want to talk about this one. How about Ben? He's in the car. Ben.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for taking the call. Before, quick note on AJ Brown. And does the last guy forget that Drake May took a terrible team 2 years in a row with a terrible group of offensive weapons to the Super Bowl? We're nitpicking the young quarterback here who's shown incredible signs of growth. That's but beside the point. AJ Brown absolutely over Stephon Diggs. The caller a few callers ago was talking about his attitude issues with the team and in the locker room or whatever. It's because he wasn't getting used on offense. He's going to come to New England. He's going to be featured. He's going to be the most important offensive weapon here. I'd assume he'd be a pretty happy guy. Plus, he's one of the most physically gifted receivers in the entire league. And anything you can do to make this group of offensive weapons better is only going to benefit your young quarterback who, as I just mentioned, got you to the Super Bowl after being one of the worst teams in the league for 2 straight years.
And Ben,
I don't really know.
They might have 2 of the best blocking receivers in the league with Hollins and Brown if they can get him. And quite frankly, Dobbs. So I don't know if you knew this, but Dobbs and Brown have the best separation rate in the NFL the last 2 seasons. And wasn't that the biggest issue for the Patriots receivers last year?
Absolutely, especially when you played Seattle in the Super Bowl. And I mean, I'm not watching every Eagles game, but with the games that I do watch, when they struggle, it's because AJ Brown is not playing well, and the running game goes stale. They keep trying the same things, and then there was a few games late last season where you look and AJ Brown's got 6 catches for 90 yards in the first half, and the Eagles are rolling. I think he's very clearly one of the top 8 receivers in the league or so. I mean, tough to say off the top of my head, but
he's been an All-Pro twice, Pro Bowler multiple times.
At the end of the day, he is a large, fast, very talented receiver who I would still consider is in his physical prime, that is ready to help your young quarterback succeed and make this team better.
Thanks, Ben. I also think it makes up for the N'Keal Harry pick. They had him. They had him there. They had him and Debo literally there, right there.
DK too, right?
Oh, yeah, DK Metcalf. Holy smokes. Think about that. All right there. And they took N'Keal Harry. Woof. All right, we're late. Phone lines are loaded, though. We'll take all your calls coming up next, and we have In or Out. You don't want to miss it. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
had last year in Kayshon Boutte and Stephon Diggs. It's just a fact. And now Drake May's going to get that? With a running game and protection? Sure, let the MVP campaign begin. Let's go ahead, Scats. MVP. Sour, the sports has been brought to you by our good friends because they are our good friends over at Super Service Today. Upgrade your home with an electric heat pump system from Super Service Today. Stay cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and save on energy costs while reducing your carbon footprint. For a free estimate, visit superservicetoday.com. In or out? Are you in or out? We'll learn next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
What's it gonna be, McFly? Are you in or out?
130 lead right now over the Thunder. That is the end of the first quarter. So after one, Spurs, they lead the series 1-0, have a 31-30 lead. And no score after one between the Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. Headlines, they are brought to you by DN Van Lines. Take the chance out of your next move and make the sure bet with DN Van Lines, an approved mover of the Department of Defense, dnvanlines.com. I'm Joe Murray. Right now it is time for In or Out.
Diving effort. And he's got a breakaway. To the backhand. Throws it in front. Coming middle spot.
The Sports Hub.
Are you in or out? Gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is guaranteed.
And there's a big historical date today that he wants to share as well. Skaz has curated some questions. Riley Marchand is in studio. She is our intern. She's from Elon. You're from New Hampshire too?
Yeah, Exeter, New Hampshire. Yep.
Exeter.
Yeah, not Exeter. Exeter. Don't mess that up.
No E. Just X.
Exeter. Yeah. So people say Exeter. It's just
93.
What I usually tell people is we're like 20 minutes from the Mass border and we're 15 minutes from Hampton Beach. So.
Okay, so like past the Brook Casino and
yes.
keep going up.
I live right next to the Brook.
Okay.
5 minutes
They're
from
a partner of our radio station.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We do shows there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've actually never been before, but I've grown up near there.
Nine Dragons is great.
Yeah.
If you ever, no, I'll tell you all about that. So, we're going to get to Riley. It's her first day.
Yep.
We had Derek here last night. So our new summer interns are Derek and Riley. And Riley wants to be here three days a week.
Yeah.
And on Fridays. And I told her that she's crazy because it's the summer. And she's determined to be here 3 days a week.
I'm going to try my best.
So you can be here. But just remember, on a Friday, if you're like, dude, going to the beach, just give us a heads up.
Okay.
And we're not going to judge you for it. Because I don't want to be here on Friday either. Neither do you, Skaz.
I might judge you if you are here at some point.
So let's get to learn Riley. And can you tell everybody how you spell that?
Rylee.
Why?
Ask my parents. I honestly don't know, but...
Don't have a reason.
No, but every single time I go to Dunks, spell my name wrong.
And somebody tonight gave you a shout out and
They
spelled
did.
it Riley.
And it's pretty common. I've gotten used to it, but yeah, Rylee.
R-Y, like Rye.
Yeah, that's one of my nicknames.
Rye.
Yeah, Rye.
Mashi?
I get called R. Marsh sometimes. My dad's nickname is Marsh, but I've never been called Marshy before because I feel like that's Brad Marchand's thing. I don't want to steal it.
We'll work on one.
Okay.
All right, Skaz, what do you got tonight?
All right, a Wednesday night edition of In or Out, May 20th already. We'll start where a place we've already been earlier this week. Another new M&M flavor. Riley and Joe, are we in or out on banana nut bread M&Ms?
In.
I would also say in. That sounds interesting.
Now, I don't really know. Like, I love banana bread.
Yeah.
I think that's essentially what this is.
But is it banana bread with like a nut?
I personally am not a fan of the M&Ms with nuts in them, so I feel like if it's like that, I wouldn't like that.
You don't like the yellow M&M?
No, I like the caramel ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if it was banana bread?
Yeah.
But had a little bit of the yellow nut brand in it.
I feel like I would still be in because banana bread. That sounds awesome.
I love banana bread.
Yeah.
The smell of banana bread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good.
Can you cook?
Not really, no.
What can you do?
I can make scrambled eggs. I can make pasta.
Joe, we're going to have to get into Riley's eating habits, I think, a little later in the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
she's peeked back the curtain a little bit back here. Very interesting, I'll say. Yes.
We'll pause it because we're playing a game. So
Yep.
In. We're both in.
Yeah.
All right, we'll head to the world of pop culture and movies for this next one. Some news today that Quinta Brunson is set to star and direct in a film adaptation of Betty Boop. Are we in or out on Quinta Brunson taking over Betty Boop, making a Betty Boop movie?
I mean, I think she'd do a great job, but why do I need Betty Boop for a movie?
And this is a live action movie, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
I would have to imagine.
Ooh. I don't know about that.
I think I'm in. I think Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary, wildly popular. Why not? Sure.
She's from Philadelphia.
Ooh. I don't know, but do you really need a live action of everything? That's my take, because the live action Moana with like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I don't know if he's gonna fit that part that well.
Out on The Rock.
Yeah. I'm gonna say out.
She played Oprah in the Weird Al documentary. I remember that. She was in Zootopia.
Oh.
And but she was on Always Sunny, right? She did RuPaul's thing. That's why I remember her now.
Abbott Elementary is like her big show, I think. I think she hosted SNL recently.
You know what? I'm out because I don't care. Good for her, though.
All right, Joe. Maybe one you do care about. Are you a baked beans fan?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Bush's Baked Beans is introducing some new flavors for this summer, now available at Walmart. Joe Murray, would you be interested in apple pie flavored baked beans?
In. I know, I got excited. Riley doesn't know how excited I get. All right, so Sammy P's in Thursday night.
Yes.
I went to his house for a barbecue. He made baked beans with apples in them. Holy smokes, game changer.
Really?
Game changer. Like, it was incredibly unbelievable. So, now it's baked beans out of a can, apple flavor, in.
I've never had baked beans before.
What?
You know how he was talking about my eating habits? I haven't eaten a lot of things.
So you're a college kid, but you don't eat out of a can?
No. We have a top 20 dining hall in the country where I go to school.
So no canned goods?
No. It's all fresh.
No SpaghettiOs?
Mm-mm. No. I mean, I love apples, so I bet you if I liked baked beans, I would say yeah, but...
Hey, you like apples? How do you like them apples and beans?
I mean, maybe.
Hey, that could be one of your things. I like apples.
Yeah.
How about dill pickle flavored baked beans?
Yes. Pickles are my favorite food.
You like it sweet. Okay, so pickles are your favorite food?
Yeah.
They introduced her to Kendra.
Would you eat pickles out of a can?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd eat, yeah.
Do you eat it out of the jar?
Yeah. I drink the pickle juice too.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm committed.
So you like pickles?
Yep.
Spears?
Yep.
All kinds. You don't discriminate.
I will literally drive 30 minutes from my house to go to my favorite pickle spot.
What's your favorite pickle spot?
Califf's Country Store in Barrington, New Hampshire. Califf's, yeah.
I'm not familiar with them.
Yeah, or Moe's Italian Subs.
Well, we have one around the corner.
Yeah, they have good pickles.
They're right down the street.
Moe's?
Moe's right down the street.
There is?
Dude.
Oh, I'll be hitting that up.
Take a left out of the parking lot.
Wow.
You should go in and be like, can I have all your pickles?
I will.
I wonder what they would do if you said that.
They're only $1 a pickle.
See, the reason why I would like pickles in beans is because that sweetness. Yeah. Little sweet bean. And
all right, we'll head back to the movies for this next one. The first trailer for a new movie called Rolling Loud came out earlier this week. The movie stars Owen Wilson, Travis Scott, and Matt Rife. The film follows an overprotective father who attempts to bond with his son by sneaking him into the Rolling Loud music festival. Are we in or out on Rolling Loud starring Owen Wilson, Travis Scott, and Matt Rife?
Who's the father?
I would have to imagine it's Owen Wilson.
So Owen Wilson's going to have a kid, and he's going to go to a concert, and Travis Scott's going to be there.
He's going to try and sneak his son into the Rolling Loud music
festival.
festival.
Matt Rife is probably going to be his friend that tells him to do, like, drugs.
Sure, something like that.
Because Matt Rife is a joke artist.
I believe so, yes.
I know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like his political opinions either.
I'm not too familiar with...
Riley, we don't do that on the show.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about anyone's political opinion. Yeah, I'll probably see it because it's Owen Wilson, and it's supposed to be funny. And Matt Rife's supposed to be funny. So therefore, you put a couple of funny people together with Travis Scott, and it will make a lot of money.
I'm going to say in too. I like Owen Wilson. I feel like that will be good.
Do you think his nose is broken?
I mean, maybe.
What's up with that nose?
I don't know. It's a bit, isn't it a bit crooked?
You ever seen his brother Luke?
I don't think so.
Luke, yeah, well, I'm older than you.
Yeah.
How old are you?
19.
Oh my God.
I turned 20 in July. Yeah. I'm in 06.
Dude, you were born in 06?
2006.
Holy
I tell this to people who are like seniors at my school and they don't believe it. They're like,
I've been in radio since you were born.
Wow. Yeah. 2006.
Am I old?
I don't think you're old.
You're Unc, Joe. You're big time Unc, as the kids
He
would
disagrees.
say. We'll have Luke in tomorrow night to tell you just how old you are.
Do you think that Street Team Joe thinks I'm Unk?
Ooh.
No, I think he thinks you're twin, as the kid should say.
That's funny.
So you're 19 years old.
Yeah. Yep. Graduated high school at 17. Yep.
Like, what do you know?
What do I know?
Another Sox fan, Joe. She's a big Sox
Yeah.
fan.
Sox fan?
Yeah, big Red Sox.
Who was your favorite player ever?
Oh, ever? JD Martinez. Or Dustin Pedroia, but probably JD Martinez. Yeah.
I don't hear that one often.
I love him so much.
Really?
He is, yes.
Is there a reason?
Yeah. No, when I started watching the Red Sox, he was just awesome. And then Skaz was telling me a funny story about how he got to meet him, and he's just a really nice guy. So that makes me like him even more.
When I was on the street team, I will happily say he was one of the nicest professional athletes we ever got to work with. Yeah, and whenever he was done with an event, he usually brought his mom, and he would ask her to go to his truck, and she would come back with signed bats and balls for all the kids that were there multiple times. So yeah, I don't know any professional athletes personally, but the times I was around JD Martinez, he was an extremely nice guy.
Heartwarming story.
There you go, Joe. Sometimes you get those.
What was our question? Owen Wilson movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he broke his nose twice.
He broke his nose twice. Okay,
Yeah.
good. But Luke Wilson, I'm old.
Yeah.
But it was the
Legally Blonde
or Old School.
Old School, but
Have you ever
Legally
seen
Blonde too.
I don't think so.
You've
I've
never
seen
seen
Legally
Old School?
Blonde. I've never seen Old School.
What about Anchorman?
I've heard of it.
Old School, you've never seen though.
No.
I think you should see it.
Okay, I'll watch it.
It might seem old to you, but
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg's in it.
Oh, okay.
You know him, right?
Oh, of course.
Do you know who Vince Vaughn is?
No, I don't think so. Sometimes I'm better with the face than the name, but I don't. Doesn't sound familiar.
I hope we don't have to give you homework assignments to watch movies.
I mean, you might. I'd be down. I love watching movies.
Joe, would you like to guess movies that Riley is as old as?
Ooh.
How about Joe? The Departed came out in 2006.
What's that?
Oh no! Oh no! It's like the most
I'm getting
famous
flamed.
Boston movie of all time.
The Departed?
Yes.
Okay, I'll add it to my list. The Departed.
Oh no!
I broke Joe.
Oh no!
Borat, Joe, came out in
Do you know who
2006.
Borat is?
Nope.
How about The Devil Wears Prada,
Okay,
Joe?
wait. I just watched that for the first time.
Came out in
This week.
2006.
Giselle was in it
Really?
for a minute. Yeah.
Oh, when she was walking the runway, I'm guessing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh no, she was one. Yeah, she might have.
Probably.
Wow. What about the Batmans? Did she miss all those too?
I'm more of a Marvel person. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Yeah, I watched the Lego Batman movie, which you probably think
Oh.
that's funny, but
That's cool.
yeah, I like that movie.
All right, we have to go, but one more. We'll continue this later.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do. We can. I got a couple more for you. Well, we can move it
All
later.
right. Well, Riley, I don't know how this has gone yet. I mean, you sound great.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, that's all good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to learn more about Riley as the show goes on.
But I'm old. I am old. I'm old. I'm not old. I'm not old.
Yeah.
Not old.
You're not old. Yep.
What about The Hangover?
Oh, okay. I was just talking about this with my mom. We listened to the Bobby Bones show. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the most funniest movies. I was saying that was my number one, and they totally agreed. I love The Hangover. Have you seen the other two? 2 or 3? Yeah. The second one's pretty funny too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that with Mike Tyson?
That's the one where they go to Asia.
Yeah.
Is that with Mike Tyson?
I think Mike Tyson's in the first one.
Oh, is he in the
not?
first one?
I thought. I could be. It's been a long
He
time
just
since I've
punches the
seen
dude
it.
in the face.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yes, I have seen them all.
Good trilogy.
You should watch The Departed.
Okay, I will. This weekend.
It's a Boston movie.
Okay, The Departed.
Matt Damon's in it.
Oh, okay. I love it
Nicholson?
then.
Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
You know that?
Leonardo DiCaprio?
I think so.
Do you know who Leo is?
Of course.
But
Yes.
you don't know who Jack Nicholson is.
Doesn't sound that familiar.
John Hamm?
No, I don't.
Is
maybe?
John Hamm in that movie?
Oh, no, I'm thinking of...
That's The Town.
The Town, yeah. I'm getting my Boston movies mixed up.
Mark Wahlberg?
Oh, of course.
He's in that movie.
Love Mark. Oh, that sounds like a great movie. I'll watch it. I'll watch it this weekend. I'll come back next week and we'll talk
I
about
want like
it.
a full report.
Okay. I will literally take notes.
And have you ever seen Goodfellas?
No.
All right, we'll work on that.
Okay.
Okay. That's Riley Marchand, everybody. She's our new intern. That's in or out. I have a lot of questions. But we have all summer. And next, we have Bill Spiros on the line. He wants to celebrate something today. So we'll do that coming up next. I'm Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Martin, what a guy, huh? I heard a lot about Billy Martin. I know he got fired, came back, had like to hit the bottle a little bit, but that night, when you think about it, we don't have a rivalry like that with the Yankees anymore.
Oh, God, no. I mean, now I think, well, especially this year's team, they may want to, help the Yankees in the clubhouse, put pine tar on their bats, shine their shoes. Anything but play baseball.
Well, they've been better.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm watching the game right now. They just got to run it to second base.
There you go. Yeah, passed. You're watching on Nesson?
Yes.
Oh.
You're Nesson, Joe. I'm that. I want Linda and John to know that anything I may say, I lied to Joe and told him that I thought the Red Sox were great, and I lied to get my way on, and don't take it out on him.
Well, Bill, I'm at the point now, though, whereas, I like to talk about the game because it's for me, right? If I defend the team, people think I'm a Nesson honk. But that's not the case. Like today, I doubled down. My opening take today was, I think, because the American League sucks and they suck, they're the best of the sucky teams and therefore will make the playoffs.
Oh, look, I can see that. I can see that ad. We're the best of the suck. Nothing better personifies the Boston Red Sox than that. We're the best of the suck. Mm-hmm. I think you got your motto for the year, and I expect to see that on the game tomorrow night. It was great to see that clip pop up. I remember watching that game on Channel 38. I was 11 years old, and I was just apoplectic that the Red Sox didn't physically beat them up more, and that Bill Lee got hurt. Now, Bill Lee did not come back until the middle of 1977. He was gone for an entire year after that. And what's really cool, remember last year it was the 50th anniversary of the 75 Red Sox, and they went to the World Series, they won the pennant, they made the playoffs, it was all feel good. Well, this year's Red Sox team is the perfect mirror of the 1976 Red Sox. That's why that anniversary is so fitting, because not only did they lose, they're certainly the best lefty in Bill Lee, who won 17 games the year before. The Red Sox, some of your listeners will know this. Riley will not know this. In June of 1976, the Red Sox had Joe Rudy and Rollie Fingers for 3 days because Charlie Finley was selling off his players because of the impending free agency. And there is a picture, which I'm going to post on Twitter right now, of Rollie Fingers in a Red Sox uniform from 1976. And they were sold to the team, but they weren't allowed to play. And eventually Bowie Kuhn voided the transactions using a phrase that resurfaced in Deflategate, citing the best interests of baseball were not served by Charlie Finley selling Rollie Fingers and Joe Rudy to the Red Sox and Vida Blue to the Yankees. And then things got even worse for the team because that was also the year Tom Yawkey passed away. And then Darryl Johnson got fired. And not only did they... Firing Darryl Johnson was one thing, but they replaced the guy with Don Zimmer. So it was the 1976 is the perfect mirror image of the 2026 Red Sox. Complete disaster on and off the field, finished 15 games out. They were still 4 games over 500, Joe. So your best of the suck might work there because they were 83 and 79. That might get you a playoff spot.
Exactly. That's my whole point. It doesn't mean I need to be right on something. If I'm wrong, here's the deal, Bill. If I'm wrong, you guys are all right. They really are that bad. They didn't spend enough money. They didn't do it, all that stuff. And I'll take the heat all year long, and then we'll be at Patriot season. So I've been doing this 20 years. You've been doing this a long time. I'll die on the hill tonight. The Red Sox make the playoffs. Can I throw one more at you? As we were speaking here, Jarren Duran hits a 2-run homer to put the Red Sox up 4-3. Did you know, Bill Spiros from bookies.com, the Red Sox are 18-0 this year when leading at the 7th inning. So, if they win this one tonight, 19-0 with a lead, and they scored over 3 runs. Generally, they're a good team when they score over 3 runs. Both those things on the line tonight in Kansas City.
Well, the most sinister thing about current ownership, and Linda and John, I promised Joe I wanted to say this. The most sinister thing is that that's exactly what they want.
Yep.
They're selling you, what did Bain say? We're going to poison their mind with hope. The Red Sox are poisoning your mind with hope. That is the opiate of the Fenway masses, where we can contort ourselves into thinking that, well, gee, they're only 2 or 3 games out of the playoffs. Then again, what does that mean? Are we going to have another historic embarrassment to the Yankees? Are we going to leave 6 men out of 23 in scoring position in the last 2 games in the Bronx after we traded the guy who had more homers against the Yankees than any player in Major League Baseball? I mean, if that's the end goal, then we've all become Jaylen Brown.
Ooh.
And we can say that this year was a success because Jarren Duran finally hit a home run, and it was wonderful watching his development to be you know what? Jarren Duran is the best of the suck on the best of the suck. He's the double best of the suck.
I love this. You're going along with it. I'm glad
they are the best of the suck.
You're really getting behind this one. I love it.
Pittsfield should be proud. And, you're going to get the sheeple revved up with this playoff talk. I mean, they're on stock. Of course, Wilson Contreras just fell trying to swing at the ball. But we won't talk about that. But you're going to get the sheeple all excited. They're going to go batty over your talk about the playoffs. Hey, let's best of the suck. And again, I want the Red Sox should be celebrating 1976 this year. Mm-hmm. They lost their best pitcher when he was criminally assaulted by Greg Nettles. They had a Hall of Fame pitcher slip through their fingers. Their owner died. They fired the manager and replaced him with a guy who led him to catastrophe 2 years later and finished 15 games behind the Yankees. Dude, the planets are lining up.
They certainly are. Bill, I have a lot of questions for you.
I have many answers.
I know you do.
I had a slight aneurysm when I heard Riley say she had never seen The Departed. So the left side of my body might be like numb.
Yeah.
Because I had a stroke when I heard that.
Now we're getting interns, and they are 19 and 20 years old, and it's different, Bill. I
have a sweater from the 1988 U.S. Open at Brookline that I still wear. That's 38 years old.
Yeah, it's
a piece of clothing.
It's interesting, but they're coming along, and they're learning quick. And we're going to give her a lot of
God bless
movie recommendations. I have a bunch of stuff on the gambling side of things. I just want to table that for a second. I want to pump some of your work that you've done over at bookies.com. I know that you did the 50th anniversary of the Red Sox-Yankees brawl. 9 years ago was the Veritek A-Rod as well. Is that correct?
Oh, that was in 2004, right?
4. I'm sorry. What was that? Oh, that was your column. Okay, that I'm reading from the Herald in 2017. Yeah, so that was 04. So what are we, 22 years from
Yeah, we're 22 years removed from David Ortiz. He when I was interviewing him, I was actually writing for Bleacher Report, and he called that era the WWE era of baseball because you could get into fights and you could throw at guys. And his point to me when I interviewed him before he retired about all that and why this rivalry has changed is because now you can't do that. You're going to get suspended for 4 games if you want to drill Babe Ruth in the ass, according to Pedro Martinez. If you want to drill A-Rod and plant one in his back, you might get a 4-game suspension. So that's why you don't see a lot of that is because of the rules changes.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind the fact that the Red Sox are now the best of the suck.
Mm-hmm.
So
switching topics here. I'll do a 2-parter here so you can get both of them out of the way. You wrote about the Patriots and their distance this year. And how how do you feel that's going to impact him? That's my first one. And my second one, how do you feel about Stephen A. Smith on Jaylen Brown?
Well, I mean, the Patriots. I do that every year. I chart the NFL miles. The story gets tremendous pickup. Helps that my former Broncos beat writer Adam Schefter shares it on Twitter every year for me. I was Adam's editor in Denver. That's my brag.
Wow, humble brag.
Yeah. I worked there he covered the Broncos.
And you went to school with Chris Farley, humble brag.
And I went to school with Chris Farley, and I was Woj's editor in Connecticut. So
wow.
Yes, I have a lot of journalism humble brags that I can drop. Never mind the fact that Jeff Darlington was our intern in Orlando.
Ooh, there you go.
So I know people are falling asleep behind the wheel on 128 right now, and I'm trying not to do that. So to your question about the Patriots, they're in the top 5, at least according to my math. It's much more an issue of the timing and when the games are and how they stack against each other. I put this together before the schedule was released, for obvious reasons, to get buzz and all that. But it's obviously more an issue of the schedule than the aggregate miles. Although there are times when it could be a problem. Like you look at the 49ers, they're crossing 58 time zones. That's more than 2 days of jet lag. Now that might not seem so bad, but then you compound a 18-week season and a bye week and everything else. And it's just one more piece of the puzzle, one more data point that adds up that pushes toward the negative. The Carolina Panthers will travel the fewest miles this year. Does that mean they're going to be really good? No, but they're division champions. They won the NFC South last year. I think everybody forgot that. And I don't think it hurts. I don't think it hurts when you leave your time zone twice all year. And spend 1/4 the time that the other teams are spending traveling. So it's just it's a data point. It's a way to point out disparity. And I think it affects some teams more than others. Frankly, probably for the 49ers, given the fact that they're near that weird plant that causes limbs to fall off and sterilization and everything else, it's probably better for them that they travel a lot.
And Stephen A. can't do what we do, or Jaylen Brown can't do what we do, says Stephen A.
Never mind shut up and dribble, right? With Jaylen Brown, he needs to shut up and stop dribbling. This guy is the Grady Little of Twitch. Every time he opens his mouth, it gets worse. And again, it's impossible to comprehend that someone who is allegedly or purportedly or wants to be the marquee player on the one organization, and I would say professional sports, at least in this country, that values winning championships more than any other metric, is the Celtics. Every Celtic, at least the great ones, have always said nothing matters but the championships. We failed because we didn't win a championship. And here's this guy who checks out, blows a 3-1 lead to a team that hadn't beat Boston in the playoffs in 44 years. Then he comes on and talks about, it was my best season ever because you watched Hugo Gonzalez develop. Is that like after Brady lost the Super Bowl, he's going to say, well, I really, we went 18-1, but I'll tell you, man, Randy Moss's interpersonal skills
it was so great.
Grew exponentially this year.
You're absolutely right about that, though. That's what I think people are missing because...
Burned down the city.
Yes.
It would have burned down the city if Tom Brady came out after 18-1 and said nothing short of, this is like we have personified hell on earth. Now, losing the first round of the playoffs, it's hardly the end of the world, but it was a massive disappointment.
Not to cross sports, but Grady Little still won't admit, Bill. That was wrong putting him back in. Still to this day.
That's why Jaylen Brown is the Grady Little of Twitch.
Oh! I like that.
He keeps stepping in it, and he keeps digging and digging. And it's like, that you don't get into a trash talking war with Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, or Stephen A. Smith.
It's true.
I mean, Stephen A. is the best at what he does in the country, bar none. And I respect the hell out of the guy because he used to be a newspaper reporter.
Oh yeah, no, he was a great journalist. He's not that anymore. He's just not.
And so he is a journalist.
Yep.
Or was.
Or was, yeah.
Oh, he does his thing. I have no problem with it. Again, I have a lot more problem with Jaylen Brown's dribbling than his speaking, but he tipped off what his sentiment was, what his thoughts are, what his priorities are. And not only did he tell us what his priorities are, in my bad Stephen A. impression, he's also insulting the fan base because we're too stupid to see how important it was for Hugo Gonzalez to develop as a player. And what is it with these guys in the Twitch? Who are these people?
Oh yeah, they're me.
Who's like the Deaf Posse guys with him?
Well,
and the thing is shot like he's with the Iranians in the bunker. This terrible lighting, terrible audio. I mean, give us some production value.
Yep.
And then he does it. Of course, then he has to do it like Stephen A. said, right after the game. He'll go away for 2 months, get some rests, do rehab, go do whatever it is you do, all those wonderful things he does off the court I don't care about. Do all that. Don't go on social media or a streaming platform and come out the box trying to defend and rationalize this season that was a freaking catastrophe.
I agree.
That was a catastrophe. They lost to the Sixers. It was just like last year with the Red Sox. They lost to the Yankees in the playoffs. That sucks. You lose to the Sixers. First time since Dr. J was on the cover of Sports Illustrated in 1982. Dr. J jams the jinx. I still have it. That was 44 years ago. And then this guy brings it back to life. But we're supposed to be enamored with Hugo Gonzalez's development because we're too freaking stupid to figure that out.
Bill Spiros with us, bookies.com. Bill, I got about less than 5 minutes here. You're great at keeping up to date on sports betting. I know you posted the April revenue. It increased, obviously, because of the playoffs. Can you give us an update on that? And second part, just a two-part question. There's a lot going on with prediction markets. Just so you know, I'm not affiliated with any, but I'm interested. I like you would, the way I knew how to bet was go through a bookie. Now it's all online. It's different, right? Poly markets, though, it's very interesting, man. And there's a lot going on there. Can you trust it? And what's the skinny on BetMGM, Bet365 potentially coming to Mass?
Okay, revenue. The takeaway from the April revenue report that the Mass Gaming Commission put out today, the hold, which is the amount of money the sportsbook won, it was 12.3% in April, which is the highest rate since they launched legalized betting.
You think that's the Celtics?
1,000%.
Yeah.
It was because the Celtics and Bruins self-immolated in the first round of the playoffs.
Wow, what a handle!
So the profit, the average hold in Massachusetts profit, you can call it sportsbook profit. The term is hold; it's an old casino term. Mm-hmm. The average hold has been about 8 to 9%. Last month it was 12.3. So the average rake. Money made by the sports books probably went up 30% due to the fact that the Celtics and Bruins tanked. Now, what's going to be really interesting is when the May numbers come out next month, year-over-year comparison is going to plummet.
Yep.
Because there was no playoff action this May. Now, BetMGM and Bet365. Bet365 is considered the oldest online sports book in the world. It actually launched overseas in 2000. And so it's it's a very respected product. It's privately held. It's based in the UK. It's very strong in the UK. You'll see the ads during soccer games, Premier League, and all that. They launched sort of very slowly in the US. They're only in 17 states right now compared to 39 states with legal betting. But they've taken a real deliberate approach. So they asked the Mass Gaming Commission to reopen the licensing process, which they did. And the good thing about for people who bet is that Bet365 is going to be a legit competitor for other books in terms of pricing and in terms of offers. I mean, they're a very good book in terms of odds in general. And they're looking to make a run at these big guys. They've just been deliberate about it. The issue with BetMGM wanting to change its license, that's a tell that the casino in Springfield's probably going to be sold very soon.
Wow.
Which means BetMGM, right now the sportsbook is affiliated with the BetMGM retail sportsbook in Springfield, but if that changes hands or closes, then BetMGM would need to get either a new license with the new owner or just go on its own with a online license, which is what they've indicated their intentions to do by sending these letters to the Mass Gaming Commission that I reported on today. So looks like we're going to have a new casino owner in Springfield.
Good.
Looks like you're going to have Bet365 in the Commonwealth. I don't think there's going to be any issues with the Gaming Commission to get these licenses approved. It's going to be, they got to go through their process, the bureaucratic process. It'll probably take a few months. But the good thing is BetMGM's already a known commodity here, and Bet365 has a pretty solid reputation. So I would expect Bet365 to hopefully launch before football season.
Have you ever bet on Kalshi?
Oh, yeah. I trade on Kalshi, and I actually use a VPN to trade on Polymarket.
Really?
I don't trade a lot. I don't bet a lot. I do it because I'm writing about it, so I want to get a feel for it. There are at least a dozen federal and state lawsuits going on between the prediction markets, the federal agency that regulates prediction markets, against various states and various tribes. There was a hearing today on Capitol Hill in front of a Senate committee where a group of gambling trade people and prediction market trade people and actually a gaming regulator from Tennessee testified for 2 hours. So this is kind of headed in two directions. One is there could be some sort of federal legislation that would say what Kalshi does when you trade on the Patriots is considered sports betting, and therefore the states would be in charge like they are with DraftKings and FanDuel. Or this could end up in the Supreme Court, and that they're going to have to make a decision on whether or not if you trade $200 on the Patriots winning, is that a sports bet or not? Now, there are legal arguments and moral arguments on both sides. I was one of the first journalists to really write about this stuff last year, and it never stops. It is an endless source of content and news. I try. It's hard just to keep up with it on Twitter. Never mind write about it. But we'll probably get a resolution of this within the next 18 to 24 months. But for now, in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, you can legally trade on Kalshi. Kalshi got an injunction against the court ruling. The court had said they have to stop. Kalshi got an injunction. The appeals court is going to issue its ruling on that case next month. So come June, you may or may not be able to trade on Kalshi, at least when it comes to sports and politics in Massachusetts. But that's working its way through the courts like it is in like a dozen other states.
Oh, we're going to hear a lot about protecting sports integrity.
Oh, yeah.
On Kalshi. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't slipped out. I didn't mean to. Well, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there, Bill.
The name's an anagram. It blows my mind. It's amazing. That is amazing. I think he's going to have to change it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's very, 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 very interesting. But yes, that was something I was very interested in. Bill, we love having you on, man. We only get so much time, but appreciate you taking it with us. And everybody, go over, follow Bill Spiros on Twitter. He's very active, and you can check out all his work at bookies.com. Bill Spiros, we love you always, sir. We'll have you on again.
Thank you, Joe. Best of the suck, man.
Yes, suck, man. Yes.
50th anniversary of the best of the suck. We're going to honor the best of the suck with the best of the suck.
Thanks. He's Bill Spiros, everybody. Check him out at Bill Spiros Speros. We'll hit the headline here. We're very late. Actually, let me just read it. This headline would have been brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss Memorial Day weekend, the real start of summer. Uncover Grill, Boat Splash, time to kick into gear. And just to catch you up right now, Red Sox lead 4-3, and at halftime, Spurs trail the Thunder 6-2. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. It's 98.5 The Sports Hub. strikeouts. I hit 4.5. Thank you. What do you think? Jaron Duran for Salvador Perez? What do you think? No?
Why?
Because I want Salvador Perez.
He's old.
The 3 hits tonight.
He's a Hall of Famer, but that's not the direction I think the Red Sox need to go in.
I'm trying over here. Hey, the Thunder and Spurs have a 3-point game. Jalen Williams left the game with a hamstring again. Man, he's hurting them, huh? What's going on in the NHL? Well, 2-0 Golden Knights heading into the third period. Headlines, they are brought to you by our good friends, because, of course, they are. At DN Van Lines, take the chance out of your move and make the sure bet with DN Van Lines. An approved mover of the Department of Defense, DNVanLines.com. I'm Joe Murray.
This is what happens when analysts take over the games, take over the sport.
This is where you talk sports.
It happens all the time.
The Sports Hub.
World unrelated to sports, so sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown man complaining.
All right, it's Murray's Musings. Riley is our new intern. She's 19 years old. She's never seen The Departed. She likes pickles. That's basically what I got. This is a segment where I basically just muse about things, whether it's things that are on my mind, things that bother me, stories that I saw, little pet peeves that I have. So this is what I do. It's Murray's Musings. I muse about things. And Skaz has put this in Slack. You ever own a pig, Riley? I don't know. I know you live in Exeter.
I've never owned a pig before, but I do have a friend that owns a giant pig, like biggest pig you will ever see in your life. I did grow up next to a farm, though, but they don't have pigs.
So the pigs like to eat and sleep, basically.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
And they make really weird noises.
Yeah.
It's like
great food.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
a
was about to
sleep
say.
apnea kind of thing, like that kind of thing, you know?
The sniffers, yeah.
Well, it's more of a. Have you ever heard of the mutant super pig population that has happened, Skess?
I just became aware of this week.
Well, this, of course, the New York Post. That's where we get all our facts these days. The mutant super pig population spirals out of control in Japanese nuclear fallout zone. A mutant super pig population has spiraled out of control thanks to their inherited rapid reproductive cycles in the ghost towns of a nuclear fallout zone in Japan. The 2011 nuclear power plant disaster, spurred by a massive earthquake and tsunami, forced 164,000 people to flee from their homes. Amid the chaos, domestic pigs escaped into abandoned farmland and began interbreeding with indigenous feral boars. They created a mutant pig population with alarming genes.
Joe, I gotta say, just from what you've read so far, I am a hard out on the mutant super pigs with highly effective reproductive systems.
So pigs with boars.
Pigs and boars that are horny, Joe.
Horny.
Very, apparently. Extremely, even.
Hirosaki University people have discovered through DNA analysis that the hybrid progeny inherited the maternal domestic pig's rapid reproductive cycle, allowing populations to quickly multiply, unlike that of a boar.
So these pigs are basically becoming rabbits, is what they're saying.
It's previously suggested that hybridization between rewilded swine and wild boars can contribute to the population's growth through the analysis of a large scale of hybridization events following the nuclear incident. And the rapid reproductive cycle of domestic swine is inherited through the maternal lineage. Don't understand.
The pigs are doing it a lot. There's a lot of pigs, I think, is the main takeaway there.
And you think they're rabbits?
They're mutant pigs, Joe. I mean, I'm not I don't want to mess with that. It sounds like a bad horror movie of sorts.
Wild boars typically reproduce once a year, but domestic pigs, they reproduce in speedy year-round cycles, creating a faster generational turnover of the mutant pig species. Feral swine are one of the world's most destructive invasive species. They decimate crops, livestock, and delicate ecosystems. Efforts to repair their damage cost essentially $3.5 billion. Wild boar populations rapidly boomed without human intervention. Coupled with accelerated breeding of the hybrid species, the findings could be an important tool for conservation and wildlife management. But here's the deal. I don't want to deal with pigs like this.
No mutant pigs for you.
So I love animals. I love everything. How do the mutant pigs help us? Do you have a thought here?
Do you think they taste good? That was my thought.
Can you eat a wild boar mutant?
I mean, are they radioactive?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, would you eat a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
No, I'm not eating Leonardo.
So, no.
So
Michelangelo? I'm not doing that
is
to
this
him.
basically Bebop and Rocksteady?
Okay, Joe, now we're getting somewhere. Potentially?
Bebop, or I can't remember, had the ring nose, was a pig?
Yes.
Was a mutant.
I believe so.
But I mean, if it's a super pig, super bacon, like...
I could be in on super bacon.
Super bacon.
You could sell me there.
Yeah.
Apparently, you mentioned them being one of the more destructive invasive species on the planet. It cost farmers and other people that have to deal with this a rough estimate of $3.4 billion. Did you say this? A year. That's a lot of money.
Why? So now, what do you do now?
$3.4 billion.
No. Save the money. What are you doing? They're mutants. What do you do to mutants? What do you do? Do I sound insensitive to say we don't want mutants? Have you ever seen the movie Hills Have Eyes?
I have. I'm gonna guess.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Nope.
Yeah, you have not. All those people, remember, they all grew up in a nuclear
like a commune of sorts.
and they all became, what's the word? Deformed? I don't know what the word is. Mutants. And they were bad. They were bad mutants. And they had eyes, and they would spy on you and try to find ways to endanger you.
I did not like that movie, Joe.
Me either.
Yeah,
but
no.
I watched it.
Scary.
So what are we doing with the mutants?
I'm out on the mutant pigs. Out.
But what are we doing? Say it's $3.5 billion. What do you do?
Billion.
What do you? Oh, billion.
Billion.
What the hell are you doing? Spending $3.5 billion trying to save what mutants are eating and doing? This is another thing that doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like if people aren't going to eat them, then what's the point?
Well, how do you know? Do we even know? Do we even know if they taste good?
Would you try one, Joe?
Do they have chemicals in it? Like, am I going to die after I eat it?
There's so many chemicals in our food nowadays, though.
So this one doesn't matter then?
No.
Maybe it preserves it even better, you know?
No, but that's right. Like when I go to the buffet, the all-you-can-eat buffet that's got a 90-minute time limit. Yeah, I want the half big, half full.
Definitely bacon.
Riley does eat breakfast. That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
I love breakfast.
I will eat any breakfast food. Lunch and dinner, though, not so much.
Joe, while we're here, ask Riley her thoughts on salad, please.
Okay. Riley, I do not eat salad. It's not that I can't eat it. It's a very water-based substance for me. And it makes me sick. But now when I smell it, or if lettuce is on my taco, I'm out. So people just think I'm a fat guy who doesn't want to eat a salad. That's not the case. I can't eat the salad. And I hate raw vegetables. So what are your thoughts on salad?
I've never had a salad before in my life.
Yes! No salad interns! Oh, this is great.
Both interns.
Both interns, no salad.
Really?
Derek,
wow.
no salad.
Wow.
Now, what's the reasoning?
I just don't like vegetables. The only vegetables that I like are cucumbers, pickles, and green peppers. Otherwise, I won't eat vegetables.
But you won't have, like, carrot
I can't swallow a carrot.
What about if it was hot?
I've never had a hot carrot.
What about green beans hot?
Never had green beans.
Potatoes?
You're going to run into this problem.
Oh, wait. I forgot potatoes were a vegetable. I love potatoes.
I love potatoes, too.
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like Brussels sprouts,
Never
hot?
had it. I'm the pickiest person you will ever meet, I promise.
I've heard this twice already. I've
Yep.
heard this now.
I
Second night in a row, I've heard about this. This is incredible.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I don't. But like when we get last night, it was great that they got us subs, but like they got Italian subs with all that lettuce and hots. And
Yeah, I wouldn't have eaten it.
Me either.
No, out. Yeah. Want to hear something crazy? I didn't try a chicken nugget until I was a senior in high school. Didn't like it. You're staring at me like I'm crazy.
Well, that is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I've also
You
never
want me to
had
eat
soda.
a pig boar, but you won't eat a McNugget?
No.
Why?
Like I said, pickiest person ever.
So you won't eat tenders or
Nope. I just started liking chicken sandwiches. It's like the only type of chicken I would eat.
like a Chick-fil-A?
Like from Chick-fil-A.
or-
It like has to have like bread buns or I won't eat chicken.
So you won't eat naked chicken.
Yeah, correct.
You'll eat chicken inside a sandwich.
Yes. With pickles,
Okay.
of course.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're just getting started, Joe.
We had a whole conversation about it back here.
I think Street Team Joe would think about that.
I think he'd be appalled.
Now, I openly like I can smell like we have Kendra who comes in. She does that little blender lettuce with kale thing.
Ooh.
I can literally smell that thing from down the elevator.
I mean, I'm not
I
surprised.
can't. I don't want to smell it.
Nope.
If someone ate a feta salad in front of me, I'd get, especially if someone ate it in the studio, get out of here. Out. This is great. We're gonna have a great summer.
Yep. I'm excited.
But chicken fingers, no. Chicken sandwiches
No.
in.
Also, I feel like this was the weird one. I really like cheeseburgers, but I don't like steak. Yeah.
We got an enigma on our hands, Joe. Street Team Joe, he'll show her the local places, you know.
You guys have a Moe's. I'm so excited.
Yes. What about pizza?
Oh, okay. So I'm from Seacoast, New Hampshire, right? Tripoli's Pizza, if you've ever had it. That's my
Yeah.
favorite pizza of
So
all time.
Tripoli's over Christie's.
Of course, duh.
That's
If you say
guys, that's
the
a big
other
one.
way,
That's
you're
a big
wrong.
one?
That's a big one.
Okay.
If you say Christie's over Tripoli's, you are wrong. I'm so
So did
sorry.
you go to Salisbury Beach growing up?
Sometimes I more go to Hampton. Hampton's closer.
Oh, Hampton had a.
Yesterday.
Oh boy.
The SWAT team.
Hey, what the? By the way, what's the? I'm only talking. Please, I'm only talking about it because I see it in the news. I'm really ignorant because I don't get it. But these teens have been doing these group get-togethers or something. Is it? Do you know about that?
Yes, they took, you know, the Shell at Hampton Beach
Yeah.
where they play all the concerts. They like raided the Shell yesterday, and that's why the SWAT team had to show up because they were like in the Shell.
But why are they? Are they doing it like on TikTok? Is it like a? Where are they starting this?
I'm guessing TikTok because I was scrolling my TikTok this morning when I woke up, and it was all over my For You page of just people like having a rave, like basically a rave inside of the Shell, and I was like, what the heck? Like, what the heck? Like, what does Hampton Beach turn into?
Well, listen. You know who's a Hampton Beach guy, guys?
Bird?
Jeff.
Oh, well, yes. How could I have not? Yes. He's, the concerts.
Jeff Williams.
Shout out, Jeff Williams.
He's probably wearing his hat backwards with no shirt on at Hampton Beach.
Right now, you're saying.
Yeah,
Currently.
Currently, because it's 10 o'clock at night. I don't know. Maybe he's got a shirt
He's a working man.
He is a working man. But, like, that's where, like, he would go for the people watching. Me, I would go to Salisbury instead. Or Plum Island is my favorite. But, Hampton Beach, guys, that's a... and they have a ballroom for concerts and stuff.
Some people
They're knocking
watching.
it down though.
Oh, dude, there's a... It's a different... So I drove by Revere Beach last week. I told you this.
Yes, Bianchi's.
And I got to tell you, it was beautiful. Like, I grew up going to Revere Beach, okay? Like, and I think people in Revere wouldn't be offended when I tell you it was a dump. It was actually beautiful. Like, I you know how, like, you can't put lipstick on a pig? Get it? They've been putting some real good makeup on that place.
Yeah.
Now, Hampton, I think, might need a little bit of makeup and lipstick.
They're knocking down the casino you just talked about, and they're redoing the whole strip. But I remember one time when Revere Beach was closed, that was the last time we had the SWAT team because all of them came up to Hampton Beach.
Yeah, there's sometimes violence is everywhere.
Yep.
But particularly in the beaches of late out there, it's been bad. But I guess it's not going to stop people from going. Did you ever go to Brown's for clams?
Oh, yeah. Isn't that right across from Tripoli's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there, but...
So, Tripoli's, to explain, Skaz.
Yeah, please.
There's Christie's, and then there's Tripoli.
What kind of pizza are we talking?
Beach
pizza.
It's a beach pizza. So, one, it's kind of like a piece of bread with cheese on it. And then one has the cheese, bread, and sauce on it. Would you say on the top? How do you explain the difference between both?
Okay, Christie's is like regular pizza, but 10 times more salty. And then Tripoli's is sweet sauce. So they add sugar to their sauce. And when you need to try it, Skaz. It is the best pizza you will ever have. Dave Portnoy did not give it a good review, but I don't trust him on that.
It kind of looks like Elio's if I'm looking at it.
But it's made at a pizza shop.
Yes. But I'm saying aesthetically, it looks like Elio's.
The difference between Elio's and that is Elio's it's like a grated cheese.
Yes.
Or like a...
I got you.
You know, that kind of... This is a piece of cheese.
Isn't it like provolone, right?
Yeah, it's like a piece of provolone, which is like completely different.
Some people say you have to get the circle of cheese on top. Are you that type of guy?
Yeah, but my thing is I do get both.
Okay.
So, like, I'm not like, if you go to Quincy, right, there's the clam box and there's Tony's. I like both. I don't know what to choose. If you go to Ipswich, Woodman's is the most famous, but give me Farnham's all day. Or CK Pearl or one of these others. Or the clam box is another one in Ipswich. I like Farnham's. People go to Woodman's because it's touristy, but there's so many other options. But out there's two.
Yep.
And you got to be one team. I get both. I'm probably a Tripoli person, but I do like sweet sauce.
Yeah.
There's a place in Lynn that I like called Fosse's. Sweet sauce. Now, I'm only bringing up Dave Portnoy for a minute here because I respect everything that he does. And I once worked at a radio station he worked at, and then they got kicked off the air because they swore and all the FCC violations, whatever. So I don't really know them. But Dave Portnoy is like one of the, most influential people in Boston. Is that fair to say?
I would say so.
So I would rather take the advice from me because I'm going to be honest. I don't really score a lot of things. I just either like it or not. Not comparing myself to Dave. I'm never going to win the battle. I'll never win. I'll bend the knee to Dave right now. I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, you brought up pizza and him doing reviews. I don't know how you go to so many places. How do you give an accurate score? You know? And I said this the other day, but would you rather get an opinion from a fat guy or a skinny guy when it comes to food?
I'm taking the fat guy.
Thank you.
Always bet on the fat baby, Joe.
And always bet on the fat baby. But Riley, I'm a big man. I'm okay with it. Just don't call me a fat dump or whatever. Like everyone else does. And then they meet me and they're like, "Hey man, you're not as fat as I thought you were." Thanks, dude. But I like to eat. I'm a big man. And the thing is that I like to eat good food.
Yeah.
I will travel for food.
I mean, I would tip for the food that I like.
So wait, Exeter, just in my brain, I'm on 95, right? 95? I'm going 95 or 93? Where am I going?
I'm pretty sure it's 95.
95, I'm going past Seabrook exit 1 or 2, past the beaches.
I get off at exit 1 to get home, but
and then you cut through.
I don't live in Exeter. That's where I went to high school. I live like 10 minutes from.
Where do you live?
Well, no one knows what it is. I live
What's it called?
I live in Kensington. No one knows.
Kensington. Never.
Yeah. See, he goes. I never heard of it. That's why I said Exeter.
Kensington.
It's all right. She was unfamiliar with Bellingham too, so it's fine. It's fine, Joe.
And it's New Hampshire?
Yeah, I live 5 minutes from Amesbury.
I know Amesbury. I live near Amesbury.
Do you know Sutter Hill Farm?
Yes.
I live 5 minutes from there.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah.
I like it over there.
Yeah.
Used to have a golf tournament up in that area. I think.
There's what is it over there? They have good
donuts.
Donuts. I was just about to say, they make the apple cider donuts.
Yep. They're amazing.
Well, the population's not that big in Kensington.
I'm seeing the Five Frogs Farm here. Is that you familiar with it? That's the first thing that came up when I typed in Kensington, New Hampshire, was the Five Frogs Farm.
I do not know that farm.
It's on Wild Pasture Road.
I know Wild Pasture Road, though.
So you're a farm girl?
Yes, I live next to a farm. It smells.
Like Manoa?
Yep. Every day.
You like Amesbury?
Yeah, I like Amesbury. I was just there 2 days ago.
The little green bridge off of 95 there?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody owns a card shop out there.
Nice.
What else is going on? Anything? What bothers you in life?
What bothers me?
Yeah, like you have a pet peeve or anything like that? Like what gives you the ick?
What gives me the ick? I thought you were...
Or you're a social media girl, so
Yeah.
you know how like right now these people, mostly women, are doing top 5 horror movies, but it's not a horror movie, it's things that are hard to them. Like guys who leave you on red, like what, like stuff.
And
like
they say
that.
like the same thing for each 5. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but they are different. What do you got? You got a top 5 for us?
That's
what
a hard
don't
question.
you like?
People who don't answer texts in a timely manner.
Okay.
I'm on my phone too much. I'll say that, but I feel like you should answer someone's text within like an hour or two of them texting you. Like that can bother me sometimes. I'm trying to think of other things. Yankees fans, don't really like them. There's a bunch at Elon because there's a bunch of New York kids. Probably have to think more on that, but those are the 2 that come to my mind.
Okay, what about while driving? Does anything bother you while driving?
While driving?
Yeah.
People who don't use their blinker.
Well, that's,
Yeah. Or people who just pull out in front of you when they're not supposed to. I had to beep at someone a few days ago because I was about to rear end them. They shouldn't have pulled out.
Okay. What about you guys? Anything bothering you today? She's got more. I know it. She's got stage fright. It's her first day.
It's the tip of the iceberg with Riley, I'm sure. What's bothering me lately? Most things, as they are most days. Solicitors, Joe, they're back again. We got to get rid of them. I'm out on them. Return. I think I got to put up a no soliciting sign, Joe. I didn't want to be one of those houses, but we did notice when we moved into the neighborhood, quite a few of our neighbors had those, and now I understand why, because these guys, they are persistent. So a hard out on solicitors from me as a new homeowner. Please stop banging on my door and asking if you can replace my siding and my windows.
Do you know what I don't like? You ever get that spam in the mail, but it's like in a really nice envelope where you're like, who would spam you with such a nice envelope?
Or like the old school, they put like $1 in there or something.
Know what I get now?
Trying to get you to open it up.
I get now, hey, I want to buy your house.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
No.
I just bought my house. I don't want you to buy it.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You want to pay the tax and the interest too while you're at it? I don't like that.
You're going to pay for my oil? Yeah, what are we doing here?
Thank you. Oil. I know. I got a new guy this year.
I heard about
Riley, one day, not tonight, but one day I'm going to tell you about the phantom pooper that I had once.
Oh, yes.
The phantom pooper.
At Joe's house.
Oh, wow.
Don't give her any more info.
Not at your house.
It's kind of at my house.
Kind of at your house.
Interesting. I'm excited to hear more.
Have you ever had a phantom pooper?
No, I can't say I have.
What about at college? Is there anything that bothers you at school?
You're putting me on the spot.
Do you have
here.
roommates?
Yeah, I have 4 wonderful roommates that I love so
They're wonderful?
much. Oh, yeah.
Do
Okay.
you guys live great together?
Yes. Yes.
No issues.
Literally 0 issues. I was the issue one time because I didn't wash my dishes, and I was the issue there.
So did you just not wash the dishes?
I started putting them in the dishwasher, and then I would run the dishwasher because
Right away?
I don't like washing dishes that much.
So wait, when you're done eating,
Yeah.
do you have paper plates?
We use paper plates at my house at home, but my roommates, I don't think were a paper plate household, so we had like real plates. Yeah. And sometimes I'm just in a rush, so I was just like, let me just throw them in the sink. But, everyone lives different lives.
We all do.
Yeah.
Anything else going on, Skaz? Oh, teaser. I know you won't be here, Skaz, but I am going to do a live stream of the Weenie 500 on Friday.
Oh, that's right. It is this Friday. How could I forget?
May 22nd, 2 p.m., live on Fox. Do you know what the Weenie 500 is?
I'm guessing it's Wiener Dogs Racing.
Correct.
Close, not wiener dogs, wiener mobiles.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Wiener mobiles.
The Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile has like basically an Indy 500 for the Wiener mobiles now.
Oh, wow.
And Joe's kind of at the forefront of it.
What's the squid story?
Well, Joe, I don't know if we have time for that tonight, but so did you see this horrific and genuinely horrific story out of I believe it was the Maldives with these divers?
They captured a giant squid.
So apparently they got stuck in these caves in the Maldives, and now a group of marine biologists who are cephalopod researchers, which like is a squid, are theorizing that there is a chance that these people were captured by a giant squid and stashed in the cave as food, which I sincerely hope that's not true. But that did just come across the wire.
Squid?
Yeah, I've had squid.
Isn't that like calamari?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, really? I love calamari.
What did you think it was?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's squid. It's not octopus.
Yeah, it's squid.
You're Italian, right? You do the
seven fishes. Yeah. Make some calamari in there.
Is the fishes calamari when you get them, though?
It's squid, yeah. I mean, sometimes you get the little legs and stuff. You get the little...
I'm so out on octopi.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, you like octopus?
I'll eat just about anything out of the ocean, Joe. Just about.
Man, those 7 fishes must have been great for you.
Oh, loved it. Little lobster.
Love lobster.
Some scallops.
Do you like lobster?
I love lobster. Have you ever been to Barnacle Billy's in Ogunquit, Maine?
Yep.
That's the
Barnacle
spot.
Bills is what I call it.
Oh, really?
You call it Billy's?
Isn't it Barnacle Billy's?
I thought it was Barnacle Bills.
Oh. I mean, you might be right.
I've been there. What port you go to Maine?
Yeah, I go to Maine
like,
all the time.
You go to like Ogunquit or?
Ogunquit, York.
York's great.
Yeah. My best friend lives in York.
Love York.
Barnacle Billy's.
We went to a wedding in York once. My buddies from home, and they threw my friend's shoes on top of the arcade.
Really?
So with the last time I went to York, Maine, I saw his sneakers up
At
on
Short
the
Sands?
arcade. Short Sands.
Wow.
Still up there.
Still up there. And then they have the piano bar across the street. Forget what that place is called. It's like near the Bluff Hotel there.
Piano bar guy, Joe?
Love a piano bar. We used to go to, was it Ned Devine's?
That sounds right, back in the day.
Faneuil Hall, dude, had it all. As a kid, again,
Did karaoke down there.
Oh, I did karaoke at the Hong Kong.
Yes, yeah.
And then it was the Black Rose next door. But dude, the Hard Rock. Well, it used to be the Rack. The Rack was like a thing.
Thang.
Yeah, that was Nomar days.
Oh, Nomar.
I bet you Zoe was a big guy down there.
Riley, you know who Nomar is?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Is he a soccer player? Yeah? Or am I thinking of the wrong Nomar?
That's Neymar.
Oh, shoot. My bad.
Nomar Garciaparra, no?
I don't think so.
Oh, man, Joe. That I thought I was asking that almost in jest that you would not know who Nomar is. That one kind of shocks me, Joe.
He's got his hands over his face.
Nomar was like the biggest Red Sox from like, I don't know, late 90s to 2003 probably ish. And then he, got traded and they won a World Series.
I was making a joke at Nesson that if the team is really bad, we should do this day in Red Sox history. Like every day, just like if it's bad, let's just do this day. Like for example, yesterday was John Lester.
How about tonight, Joe?
Tonight was the 50-year anniversary and the 9-year anniversary. 14 and 2004. Excuse me, was the A-Rod Veritek.
Do you know who Alex Rodriguez is?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Do you know who Roger Clemens is?
Yes. Oh, yes.
What about Mo Vaughn?
I don't think so. I have to admit, I'm not that knowledgeable on all the old
Okay,
things.
this is what we're gonna do during your.
None of this is wrong. It's just making me and Joe feel old.
No,
that's all.
But I feel like if you're gonna get into this business,
yeah,
it's my right. It's my duty. So we're gonna start, and we're gonna start at Babe Ruth.
No.
Let's go all the way back.
19. All right. So you know that Babe Ruth played for the Red Sox.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
And then in 1918 they won, and then they let him go, and they didn't win until 2024.
Yeah, the curse.
Okay. So all you really need to know was a guy named Ted Williams. You ever heard of him?
Of course.
He was good.
He was good.
He was good.
I've heard.
And then, they had really bad teams. But then in 1967, they had the Impossible Dream season.
Mm-hmm.
We're an educational program, Joe. It's just the first night.
Yaz was really big. Yaz. You ever heard of
Bucky Dent?
You ever heard of Carl Yastrzemski?
Yeah, Yastrzemski, yeah.
Okay. Then, from 67, by the way, they lost.
Okay.
And then in 1975, they went to the World Series, and they took on the Reds. They called it the Big Red Machine. They had Joe Morgan and Tony Perez. You know those guys?
I don't know half those guys.
Well, in 1975, Carlton Fisk, you know him?
I've heard Fisk.
Okay, Fisk hit a home run in a Game 6. It's in the movie Good Will Hunting.
Red Sox history with Joe Murray.
Have you ever seen Good Will Hunting?
I've heard of it. I'll add it to the list.
Add it.
Yep.
I would put that above The Departed.
Really?
Good Will Hunting first, then Departed.
I'm writing it down.
Good Will Hunting's like an all-time
And
movie.
then The Town.
The Town?
Yep, The Town. And then we'll do Black Mass and Goodfellas and all that. Well, just leave it there. But anyways, 1975 World Series, they went to a Game 7, lost. 1986, Roger Clemens, star young player. They, in a Game 6, they had a chance to win the World Series. They threw a pass ball to tie the game. And then a ball went through Bill Buckner's legs.
And there was another inning afterwards.
I've seen that.
Okay. And they lost. And then they had a Game 7, and they lost. So they're losers again. Following?
Mm-hmm.
So they had like Hall of Famers like Jim Rice.
Yeah, all their numbers are all on the...
Yeah. Jim Rice was on that team. Roger Clemens. Wade Boggs, you ever heard of him?
Oh, of course, yes.
Pretty good player.
The Chicken Man.
They were very good. So then it was like 87, 89, 90. They were very good, but they lost to Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco and Ricky Henderson. You've ever heard of them?
All three of them.
Okay. Then they sucked again. And then in 1995, they let Roger Clemens go. It was bad. He went on to do very good. Mo Vaughn was the MVP in 1995. You know Mo Vaughn?
No.
Okay. MVP 1995.
Okay.
Then they got this super prospect named Nomar Garciaparra. And he was going to be like the next one.
And he took steroids.
And there was like Derek Jeter, A-Rod, Miguel Tejada, like Omar Vizquel, all these great shortstops. And he was one of the greats.
Yeah.
But they stunk, and then they got Pedro Martinez in 99. They had an all-star game at Fenway. They stunk some more. 03, John Henry and his group bought the Red Sox. They started putting money in the team. They got Manny Ramirez. Remember him?
Of course.
And then they got, in 03, they got David Ortiz.
Oh, my goat.
Then they lost on a walk-off in a Game 7 in extra innings at Yankee Stadium.
My first sports memory, 2003.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Terrible.
And then in 04, they were awesome. They were the idiots. And then they made the playoffs. They had Kurt Schilling and Pedro at the top of their rotation.
I think Nesson should just replay this tomorrow.
That was the Yankees, right? The 3-1?
Yes, 3-0. 3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
My bad. 3-0.
They lost 19-8 in a Game 3. It was over. And Kevin Millar said, "Don't let us win tonight." And they won on a, was it Bill Miller? Who was it? Then Kevin Millar walked. Dave Roberts stole the base. Bill Miller, David Ortiz hit a couple of game winners. Anyways, they were up 3-3 in a Game 7 at Yankee Stadium, and Johnny Damon hit a grand slam. In Game 6, Kurt Schilling had a bloody sock. You ever heard of the bloody sock?
Did he, though, Joe? Did he?
Well, listen.
Yeah.
And then they won the World Series.
Yeah. 04.
Yes.
Yep.
Got that?
Yes.
First time in 86 years.
I got this all, yeah.
So I got you got all the way from
I got it.
Babe Ruth to 2004.
Yep.
We got it.
Best lesson I've ever been taught.
Where's Shaughnessy when you need him?
We got to go to break. And then there's more.
There's more. I'm ready.
They won in 07.
Yep.
Then they were the worst team ever in 2012. Ever. They won the World Series in 2013.
Yep.
And then in 2018, They had like Chris Sale and David Price and Mookie Betts, and Xander Bogaerts, like JD Martinez.
Ah, the good old days.
That was how I got into sports. 2018.
And then they won the World Series.
Yeah.
Back when they cared, spent money.
And then they traded Mookie Betts.
That was horrible.
And they got this kid named Rafael Devers, pretty good.
Likes ice cream.
And then, well, let's just say in 2021, well, they got Alex Cora, but he got fired because he was a cheater.
Yep.
And this has been on this day in Red Sox history.
We'll take a break. I'm Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray.
Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 15% off your next draft or oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. The Red Sox win tonight 4-3. It's a sweep, everybody. They'll have tomorrow off, and then they'll take on the Twins. Connolly early, good start. Jaron Duran's getting hot. Maybe it's because Riley started, and she's a Durant fan. Skaz, have you got any text messages in the last half hour or so about what has happened on the air?
Yes. Would you like me to read some of them?
Yes, and I have about 7 of them.
I got one. I got a couple from a producer here on the station, Joe, who checked in and said Ned Devine, elite piano bar.
Yep, got that one.
The Rack was an elite level pool hall.
See, there we go.
I believe Goodwill Hunting in the Town are both free on YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
So yes, the people are checking in, Joe.
Yep. Got that same text.
I also got a text. When does Skaz do Celtics history?
That was the same thing I got. So we got the same text. Now, Celtics history. Ooh.
That's a lot, Joe. That's a heavy lift.
Whoa.
Might have to call in some backups for that.
Whoa. We got Max.
Calling Max, Grandy, Greeny. I'd be calling in the brigade.
Call Ordway?
Yeah, call them all. He's got the Larry Bird Museum,
maybe
right?
the Coos could join us?
Yeah, absolutely. Dick Lipe. We got to get Lipe in there.
Yep. Everyone loves Bill Spiros.
Always.
Ryan Garvin checking in. You can't eat the pigs. The meat is radioactive. Doesn't answer if they taste good or not, though.
A very good final word from Ryan Garvin today on the PSA of smoking weed from Michael Felger.
Oh, I did. Whoa, what did I miss? What? Time out. We have 2 minutes.
Felger was upset at Rashi Rice for being unable to not smoke weed.
Oh, so I had the same.
Similar.
But him
takes.
was more okay. I honestly didn't hear it, so if I reacted to it, we just must think alike. What the hell happened here today?
Apparently a lot, Joe. That's what happens.
The morning show's in a beef with Barstool?
I guess. I don't know. I didn't see that until honestly you and Jake mentioned it earlier tonight.
Mike Vrabel got a slight applause today when he was with all those kids.
Yeah, nice applause there.
We'll play that tomorrow. The applause. What did happen here today, though? Who else checked in with me tonight? Oh, I can't talk about that. What else? That's it. And the Weenie 500. Everyone is looking forward to the live broadcast. Hope you had fun on your first day, Riley. Thank you. Maybe one day we'll do Triple E's versus Christie's on the air. Okay. I'll do this in Street Team Joe voice.